Hey guys, how are you feeling? I am feeling great, and I'm glad to see you. Don't play. You know what time it is. It's time to do what I do best on Saturdays at 12. Let's get started. Swipe left. Swipe left. Hello you guys, and welcome to another episode of Swipe Left. Today is June 1st. Can you believe it? We are halfway through 2019. Halfway through. Today is June 1st. And I'm not going to waste any time doing what it is that I do. For those of you who don't know, my name is Milan TreZur. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I am your hostess with the mostest for Swipe Left. I'm here every week, and I cut through the bull, I sort through the mess, and when I get the facts straight, then I do what? I swipe left. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. Let's get down to business. Okay, first of all, I want to do some thank yous. There is a group of folks who have actually sent me cash apps and actually did super chats all last week when the actual show actually premiered and then afterwards. And I just want to give them a little shout out. So my thank yous are as follows. The super chats that came in during the premiere last week were ATL Finn, Leah the Lioness Queen, J.1700, Jazzy Chaz 85, Kimberly McCoy, and then I actually received two cash apps. One was from Erica, and one was from Prudence. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. Everything that you pour into me, I pour back into this channel and use it to entertain you all to the best of my ability. So thank you so much. Mwah! Thank you so much. Swipe left. All right, I have a very interesting show this week. I ran into some really strange things and some things that made me pretty happy. Now, dig this though. Dig this. I have an update. Here's a person. You know, I have certain people, for some reason, seem to always fall onto my little list of things to talk about. And this person is getting to be on that list. This is 3 weeks running that this person's name came up. Yes, good old Dionne Warwick, honey. I bet the psychics never told you that you'd be on Swipe Left 3 weeks in a row. Go on with yourself, Dionne, honey. Anyway, let's talk about Miss Dionne, honey. Now, this week, we're talking about Dionne because Dionne was actually doing an interview on Entertainment Tonight. And in that interview, they actually talked to her about the hologram concert with Whitney Houston. Now, you know, we talked about that little hologram situation last week. I am so not here for it. I'm absolutely not here for it. And guess what? Neither is Dionne. Okay, this is what cousin Dionne had to say. See, she kind of rolled out. You know, Dionne has a way about her. Dionne, child, try to be politically correct. Child, Dionne's rude. Okay, Dionne Warwick is rude, honey. She can be rude. Okay, this is what she had to say. Quote, I haven't a clue as to what that is. It's surprising to me. I don't know what it is. I think it's stupid. But whatever. Whatever it is, that's what it is. End quote. Like I said, Dionne's rude. Dionne does not care. Dionne is a woman of a certain age, and you know once you get a certain age, you just say whatever you want to say. And I guess I've actually reached that point because I happen to be of a certain age. And I pretty much say whatever I want. Some people probably do think I'm rude. But on that, like Dionne said, it is what it is. It's stupid! Nobody wants to see a hologram image of Nippy. We love Nippy. We don't want to be bothered with the ghost of Nippy. Anybody got time for that? Nobody feeling that mess. I'm just not a fan. I think it's shameful. Again, I said all this last week. I think it's shameful. Pat Houston, you need an ass whooping. Period. Period. But Dion is agreeing with me. So, girl, Miss Dion, girl, let's have a Newport, honey. I ain't having a Newport, y'all know, but Dion, you go ahead and have a pack of Newports, girl, and we'll kiki, honey, and agree that this is stupid. Anyway, swipe left. Okay, here's a little bit of television news that kind of rubbed me in a way. It made me unhappy. You guys know, if you pay attention to my YouTube channel, that I am a reviewer. I think that's one of the things I do pretty well. I review shows, okay? And one of the shows that I'm known for reviewing is the Love and Hip Hop franchise. I do all the cities, okay? And one of the latest ones is Miami. I personally love Love and Hip Hop Miami. I love the energy of it, and I know it's mixed reviews. Some of the people who have actually been following Love and Hip Hop, they're not real big fans of Miami. It didn't ring well with some of the fans. I like Miami. I love the energy of it. Because I liked Hollywood. I remember when the reviews were a little bit mixed when it came to Hollywood. But I loved the young energy. It's a young energy that is in Hollywood. You know, you have the Ray J's and the Princess and Tierra Marie and all of these guys over in Hollywood. It brought a youthful, I don't know, it's just something that's so upbeat about the crew over there in Hollywood that I really enjoyed. And then when Miami came, it was even more joyous, and they have a lot to offer. And I just feel when Miami comes on, even their music, I just feel an energy from Miami that is infectious to me. They are the party town for me. So I live for when Miami comes around, and I enjoy it. Well, allegedly, it's being thrown around that Love and Hip Hop Miami may be being canceled. And then I was hearing that they said not enough drama. Huh? Not enough drama? Are you kidding me? I said, I don't know. I don't even know whether or not to believe this, because if you're talking about there is no lack of drama in Miami, and never has been. You have Prince in Miami. You have Trina and Trick Daddy in Miami. You have Amara La Negra in Miami. Are you kidding? Shay is in Miami. Y'all know Shay. Bucky from Flavor of Life. Shay. She's drama all herself. Pretty Ricky is in Miami. How is there that there's not enough drama? These people are off the chain. They have no good sense at all. Bobby Lights. And if that queen ain't got enough drama for y'all, now are you kidding me? So I don't know. I'm not really buying into this, but if it does turn out that this is true, I'm going to be one little sad reviewer, because I really do enjoy Love and Hip Hop Miami. And I know the chances that Mona will ever see this video are slim to none. But Mona, girl, I feel like you trying me, honey. Hold on to Miami, Mona. We like Miami. Don't throw the towel in for them. Hold on to them, girl. I promise you. I'll keep talking about it, girl. People will watch. They'll watch. They'll watch. Girl, they watch me. Talking about y'all. So they'll watch. They'll watch. Somebody get this video up, Mona. Anyway, so that's it. Allegedly, they're talking about canceling Love and Hip Hop Miami. I surely hope not. Swipe left. Okay, speaking of cities that I love, let me talk about My city. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That's where I'm from. Okay, so we're transitioning. We're going into the summertime now, and I live in a city that we get all 4 seasons. Okay, straight up, boom, 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 boom. We get it all. And we're coming out of our cold months. We're going into our hot months. And what is the worst thing when you have a city that goes through all the transitions? Potholes and driving is always an issue when you live in a city where you go through those changes of extreme hot, extreme cold. Child, I was doing as I do in my travels on the internet, and I seen this picture. Take a look at this. Child. Listen, stuff like this is why this show exists. Did you see that mess? PennDOT is actually the company that actually handles all of our road work and all of that. But truly, it's always an issue with the potholes because we fuss at PennDOT because they're out there, they're always fixing the road, but it never seems to get fixed. It's foolishness. And yes, it's my Pennsylvania privilege to call them out on it here. This type of stuff is why the show Swipe Left actually exists. It is all based on ridiculous, hilarious foolishness that I run into throughout the week in my travels on the internet. Listen, I love this show, and I love my time that I spend clowning and being clowned and in taking other clownery on the internet. Child, listen, just a laugh. And this is just one of many. This show, for some reason, this week, I ran into quite a few little things that really tickled me in a way. So just sit back and keep enjoying yourself, guys. I got some more stuff for y'all. This is Swipe Left at its best. Do you understand me? Let's go. Swipe left. Okay, so while I'm at it, listen, like I said, I have a lot of regular swipe left isms, okay? While I'm at it, let me throw another one at you. So, the other day, I was down to the Facebook, okay? And a good friend of mine, I was scrolling through his page, and I seen something that just tickled the absolute hell out of me. This was my friend Fayette. Hey, Fay. Ciao. Fayette is a clown. And you have to know him. He's a clown. He always has something funny to say. I love him, okay? He's absolutely adorable. But he really got me, and it really gave me a gut punch and a laugh that came up. It was a chuckle, trust me. Take a look at this picture. Baby, why was the caption on his page, I told her not to eat that turkey sandwich for lunch? Baby, when I tell you I fell out, baby, that tryptophan got her and then stretched her out at that desk. I said, if she don't look a mess, who does that? Listen, you'd be surprised. When I worked a regular job, I did work in a call center environment, and you'd be surprised at the things that you actually see. Just stretched out, just trifling. Just stretched out. I said, who would even leave themselves open? The jokes write themselves. They literally write themselves. I said, girl, stop. Stretched out at that desk. I said, child, somebody out there really went by there and told her, if you don't get your ass up. a mess. But again, thank you so much, Fayette. I got a good old chuckle out of that because, see, I've lived that life. I've seen folks just giving. See, again, I'm trying to be politically correct, but when you get to laying out like this, the only thing you can say when you're walking by, you just look at it and say, just fat. And don't feel no kind of way about it because I said it, because my ass is fat, so I don't care. It shouldn't hurt your feelings. It's just the truth. When I looked at her, I looked at her, and the first thing that came to mind was just fat. So take that and do what you will with it. I try to be politically correct, but look, it's funny. She had herself all stretched out there. We laughed. Get over it. Swipe left. Thank you, Fayette. Okay, you guys know I love music. I absolutely love music, and one of the people that I really do love, I think you all love her too. Take a look at the picture. You got it. The queen of hip-hop herself, Mary J. Blige. I love her. I love her, and I ran into some news that made me very happy. Very happy. Mary J. Blige is rumored to have an album dropping before July, which is entitled My Life 2, Act 2. Baby, can I tell you how excited I am about Mary J. Blige dropping an Act 2 to My Life? Do you know, when you look at my life and you see how I feel, the My Life album from Mary J. Blige was everything, well, everything that was one of the songs, wasn't it? Love it. Love it. I can't wait. I cannot wait for this album to drop. And I know there's a whole bunch of you all who can as well. I had to bring it to y'all. I was so excited. So we will be looking out for Mary sometime before July. Come on with it, Mary. Come on through. Swipe left. We might as well keep in the same vein. Another one of my music girls that I love so much. She is making huge moves. She's been a little quiet. Take a look. Oh boy, Riri, Miss Rihanna. Now, I've heard that she's actually working on a reggae album, and I'm sure it's going to be sickening. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I was like, I don't know why I was shocked, because we got Fenty makeup, but there's actually a Fenty clothing line, you guys. Did you all know that? Were you all aware that there was Fenty clothing available? It's only available online, but listen, Rihanna is doing the damn thing. I'm shocked that it's taken this long to get a line of clothing from Rihanna, because she is like a fierce coat hanger. She always has been. You can put anything on Rihanna and she can make it into something that is definitely tangible. You know what I mean? When it comes to fashion. Absolutely. So I'm shocked that it's actually taking this long, but it's here. Fenty clothing. You can get it, and it is available online. Go ahead, Riri. Go ahead, Riri. That's true black girl magic. And I can't wait to hear this reggae album that she's supposedly working on. Go on, Riri. Swipe left. One more for the music books. Lady Gaga. Love her. Love her. Lady Gaga is living her best life. And you would think of all the things that Lady Gaga has actually accomplished and all the things she has going on that are fantastic, she still has dreams of hers that are coming true. I ran into this story. Lady Gaga is going to be performing on June 24th at the Apollo Theater. Who would have ever thought? She's never performed at the Apollo Theater. This is a dream come true for her. Her own words. It was actually, this is an invitation only concert for the Sirius XM subscribers and also the Pandora listeners. They're actually celebrating the merge of the two companies together. And Lady Gaga is one of the performers, and this is actually one of her bucket list situations, was to perform at the Apollo Theater. So congratulations to her, congratulations to Sirius XM, and congratulations to Pandora. Going to be a fantastic evening. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So I'm just happy for Gaga. I think she deserves it all. She is extremely talented. She's a visionary. She's just... I love Gaga because she's not scared. She's not scared of anything. She just try anything. She'll run around with meat on, honey, and call it a dress. There's nothing that she won't try. And she deserves all the good things that come her way. She really does. She really does. I love Lady Gaga. All right, girl. Do your thing, honey. Swipe left. Okay, guys. Let's talk about a story that kind of hits home. Again, I'm a reviewer, and one of my shows that I used to review was Star. And also, I'm a writer, and in that world, I absolutely love Lee Daniels, and I have a great respect for Lee Daniels. Love him. Okay, so I was very disgusted a few weeks ago whenever Star wrapped for the season, and little did we know it was wrapping for good, okay? So just imagine my excitement when I heard that Lee Daniels was out shopping Star, okay? Fox actually canceled it. Lee Daniels went out and was actually shopping Star. He was shopping networks to pick up Star. And the other day, he took to his social media, and it's a wrap, folks. It's a wrap. It's a thumbs down. Lee Daniels said out of his mouth, it's not going to happen. He had no luck with getting another network to pick up Star. So that is it. That is it for Star. I am really, really sad. Really sad about this. Star was an excellent show. I love Star, and I also love Empire. Empire, we got this last season that's coming up, but then that's going to be it for that. I am just done with this whole thing with Star. I mean, it seems so promising because a few seasons ago, he even had T.S. Madison doing an after show for Star. So I never saw this coming, but I don't know. And then it was weird when she didn't do the after show, her after show this past season. So I don't know. I don't know what that was about, but the after show was really, really cool that she did and all of that. I'm really disgusted with it. It was what it was. But I'm very sad to find that Star is actually, it's done. It's a wrap, you guys. It's a fantastic show. Fantastic show. I loved it. But anyway, rest in peace to Star. Swipe left. Okay, so in that last little segment, I kind of mentioned her. So we're going to just keep the ball rolling with one of my personal favorites. Yes, the TS. T.S. Madison. T.S. Madison of the Queen's Supreme Court. That T.S. Madison. This actual week, we are going to say congratulations to the TS. She actually was honored in Mexico during the LGBTQ music festival. They actually celebrated and recognized her for her contributions to social media. And it was a whole situation. She talked about it on her. I follow her. I'm a huge fan. And I follow her on her social media. She actually posted, she's always posting, in her travels. And she posted her doing her speech and her award was actually given to her by James Wright Chanel. If you don't know who he is, it's the Patty Pie guy. He is the fierce singer, because that's what he is first and foremost. He is a fierce singer. James Wright Chanel, he is the guy who everybody knows for all the fame of actually making the video that went viral about Patti LaBelle and her past. He was actually in attendance. He was the one who actually gave Maddie her award. It was an all-white ceremony. She looked absolutely stunning in her white dress. It was an off-the-shoulder moment. Check her out. She had a little fashion moment. It was an off-the-shoulder, a lovely little ruffled moment, and all body conscious. You know what Maddie gives. She gives little waist and big hips, honey, and big tats, honey. That's what she gives. Also in attendance was Shanice Wilson. You know, I love your smile. That's Shanice Wilson. Again, another phenomenal singer. And Monifa was actually there. And that's one of the things that the TS actually talked about during her coverage after she got back. She started talking about how excited she was meeting Monifa and her wife, TreZur. Now, I can imagine that I understood, not imagine, I understood how excited she was when she talked about spending time with TreZur and Monifa, because I'm going to tell you a little story. I am a huge fan of the R&B Divas franchise when that was going on. And again, I was reviewing. So when all of that was going on, I actually had some interactions with Monifa and TreZur, and they are everything that Maddie was saying they are. They are a phenomenal couple. They are very nice. They're very nice, and they were very engaging. You know, whenever that was actually going on, because I was nobody. I didn't even have as many subscribers and things as I had then, but I actually have had interaction with them over the media, and it was always pleasant. They were always nice. Not just them, also Celicia and Selena Johnson. Celicia is Selena Johnson's sister. I had interaction with them over the internet when I was doing reviews on the show, and they were phenomenal as well. These are people who are out there who are actually, you don't hear their names thrown around as much as you should, who are phenomenal talents. Monifa can sing, and I was laughing because people in the comments, people seemed so shocked when Maddie was talking about how well Monifa sings. Oh yeah, she definitely can sing. And Touch It is not all that there is to Monifa. You all need to really look her up and see what's going on with her and what she has going on. Monifa is a talent. She is an extreme talent. Same thing with Selena Johnson. Selena Johnson has a whole lot going on. She's on every day on the Sister Circle Live, which you all know I am a big, huge cheerleader of that show and has been since it's been on the air. So check these people out. These people are phenomenal. Shanice, we haven't, if you don't look her up, you don't hear her name, Shanice is still singing, and that voice hasn't gone anywhere. You understand me? Hasn't gone anywhere. So anyway, I say all that to say this. Congratulations, T.S. Madison. I'm glad that you actually had a wonderful time. You definitely deserve the mention and the recognition that you actually are receiving. You are a force to be reckoned with in this social media situation, and you are just beginning to get your just due. Girl, keep doing what it is that you're doing, Miss Thing, and we keep on watching you over there on the Queen's Supreme Court, honey. Love T.S. Madison. All right, you guys, swipe left. Okay, One more about some of my folks down here on the YouTube and the Facebook and the Twitter, down here on these internet streets. People who are actually making it happen, who actually started from small, humble beginnings, honey. And that would be the brand of chasing reality. Chasing Atlanta is just about to wrap up, and they are getting ready to film their reunion. This year for the reunion is the King of Reeds. Now, I am very happy about this. I'm really happy to see this because I've been with Chasing Reality through all of what they've done. I've been here and I've been watching the show and keeping up with the show. I've seen every episode, still watching, and I used to be a fan of the King of Reeds, which is Justin Jay. And Justin Jay always wanted to do this type of thing. So this is a big deal. This is a big deal of him actually getting to, he's going from, he was a reviewer, just like I am. He is going from being a reviewer and he is actually reaching some of what his bucket list and his goals were. This is a big deal for Justin. And I am literally sitting here wishing the best for him. I hope this goes off really well and that this is the first in many jobs in the things that he was actually always striving for. So we're definitely all watching. We are rooting for the whole brand of Chasing Reality. They are an LGBTQ brand reality show on YouTube. It's very entertaining, very entertaining. They give you just as much mess as you can take. And I'm happy for them. I'm really happy for them, rooting for them, waiting to see the reunion. I'm sure it's going to be explosive. That last one was, yeah. Yeah, it was interesting. Very, very interesting. So, it's going to be interesting. We all will be watching. All right, swipe left. Another show that I actually really enjoyed just wrapped, and that was RuPaul's Drag Race. So, I just wanted to go ahead and mention in there. I don't know if people actually know. Again, that show started off really small. People didn't pay a whole lot of attention to Drag Race. Who would have ever thought that it would actually be where it is now? 140 contestants in, and literally 9 Emmy wins on that show. They're in season 11. They have All-Stars now as well. Listen, the show is doing real well. Rue is a businessman extraordinaire and glamazon extraordinaire. I absolutely love her and I live for it. But the finale was this past Thursday for season 11. Listen, this is going to take me into some of my fashion segment that I'm going to do today. Baby, you didn't want one moment of the hair that RuPaul wore for the show. Take a look. Baby, you didn't want none of that hair. You understand me? Now, I don't always go up for Rue's fashions. I love Rue, but I don't always go up for her fashion. I'll be like, okay, girl, all right. But I've always said she has the best hair in the business. That hair, I just sat here and just, my mouth was just hanging up. I said, Rue, quit playing with these people. Quit playing with these people. But anyway, it was a fantastic show, and the winner this year was Evie Oddly. So we just wrapped on another season of RuPaul's Drag Race. It was a fantastic ride. When you all see it coming back again, make sure you watch. I'll be watching. I'll be reviewing. It's what I do. All right, you guys, swipe left. Okay. Okay, so like I said, this is leading me right into a segment that I wanted to do that's concerning some fashions and fashion moments that I actually ran into this week. And I wanted to share with you guys. Now, we started off by talking about Rue's hair in the last segment, okay? So let's just continue on. I watch The Real Housewives of Potomac each week, and I review it as well. Okay. Take a look at this hair. Baby, that is Karen Huger of Real Housewives of Potomac. Karen Huger, if you don't watch the show, you'd have to understand, and I've talked about her a couple weeks ago on Swipe Left. She has a fragrance out. Karen Huger plays this game of being this real highbrow socialite. She's very this. She's very that. I light her up on the show. But this is who she's supposed to be. She's supposed to be highbrow. Anybody highbrow would never be caught dead in that horrible hair creation. Because I don't even know what is it, a wig, a cap? It's just ugly. That is the ugliest wig I have ever seen on reality TV ever. It is horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Those parts and those I said, is that Kaneka on? Girl, that's not highbrow mama. That is awful. It was horrible. And then, of all things, the show, they just went on a trip to New Orleans. She wore that mess to New Orleans. You know, folks was dancing and looking at her and probably flicking crawfish shells and stuff in that old ugly, nasty looking wig. It was horrible. That is the worst wig I have ever seen on reality TV to date. Swipe left. Okay, one more fashion moment that I thought this was very cute. This is something that happened that was really cute. You know, I am very much a content creator that I love my people. I love my people. I call them TreZur, which is actually my design name anyway, but that is who they are. TreZur, they're the house of TreZur. They are my people, and I love them dearly, and I take time to talk to you all. When you talk to me, I talk back to you. Every comment you write, I may not answer every comment, because every comment doesn't deserve an answer or require an answer, but I'm always engaged. And I love when you send me things to look at and you want to bring me into your world. I got an email from Rashida. We'll just call her Rashida. We're not going to give you all her government, okay? Rashida. Rashida was pointing out that great minds think alike. Last week's show, I had an outfit on. And here, Rashida and I think just alike. We had the same top. So she sent me her picture of her vacationing in Jamaica. I believe she was in Jamaica. And I said, well, look at here. Take a look at the picture. Like I said, great minds think alike. Thank you so much for the picture, Rashida. I thought it was the cutest thing. So I definitely wanted to actually share that with the rest of the TreZur family and the rest of everybody who is actually watching, who will definitely soon be part of the TreZur family. Thank you so much, Rashida. Mwah. Check that out. Like I said, great minds think alike. I had that on last week's show. So that was a fun moment. All right. So now listen, speaking of all of that, I'm going to close up this fashion segment by telling you this. I have another channel on my YouTube, which is actually called Sewing with TreZur. So on that channel is all about sewing, all about fashion and creating. So definitely, if you have interest in learning some things about sewing or learning the way that I do things, by all means, please subscribe to my channel, Sewing with TreZur. And I'm going to be teaching and sharing over on that channel. So get your butt over there, click the button so you don't miss anything that's going on over on that side. All right, thank you guys. Swipe left. Okay, few more things this episode. I told you all I had some stuff that I ran into that gave me a kiki. So let's not stop here. Take a look at this clip. Now, I didn't so much kiki on this, but take a look at this clip. Now, you know, he is definitely a contestant for America's Next Ass Whooping. He needs to be whipped down. That is so trifling. So trifling to take your nasty little self and stand up at a buffet and eat the soup right out of the buffet. I seen this and I was appalled. Appalled. Stuff like this is why buffet eating is always not favorable. I mean, a buffet could be fun, it could be a good time, but a lot of times you'll walk into a buffet and you know you ain't got no business eating there. You need to check it out before you pay your money, because that just funky. Just funky. And somebody was just a recorder, and I said, somebody should have ran right on out with a broom or something and just gave him one old good rat-a-tat on the back of his neck. Just trifling. Swipe left. Okay, last story. Listen, I kikied at first at this, and then I realized what was really going on. Because, see, I'm always down with an old girl keeping her groove going. Take a look at this video. Baby, when I tell you, I looked real hard, honey, and I got down in it and I said, whose little nasty grandmother is this, honey? If somebody don't come and get their little nasty granny, honey, Nana is down here doing a bit too much. Now, like I said, I'm always down for the old girl keeping her groove. But when we pan back, honey, and I saw that Nana was down there dirty whining down to the playground, literally. Come on, Grandma. Now, girl, I mean, I like a nice little thing, honey. You know, sweet and tender and supple, honey. But I don't want nobody's baby. I don't want nobody's baby. Girl, you know good and well, that wasn't even a grandson. That was a great-grandson. And you backing it up on him and giving him worms. Miss Thing, you were out of order. And then, on the other hand, not just her, whose little perverted little boy is this that like to play with worms, honey? What, are you going fishing, honey? I said, this is horrible. You are definitely going to have worms, young man. You better get away from Nana, honey. Nana don't mean you no good. She's going to take and suck all the life out of you, honey. You understand me? She's going to suck you dry. You better back up, honey. Back up. You ain't safe, honey. You ain't safe. Just a mess. An absolute mess. Swipe left. After seeing all of that, you guys, Granny got me in the mood to do a little dancing. And I'm definitely through. I was too through. I've seen all that I need to see with her dirty wine and honey and carrying on. But that's it for me for today for the show. Thank you so much for tuning in to Swipe Left. I love you guys. I will meet you back here next Saturday, same time, and we'll do this all over again. But I'm going to do like Granny Honey and take it on out of here and shake my little tail feather a little touch, honey. DJ, take me on out of here. See you guys next week. Next week. Love you guys. And feel like feel like Good afternoon, guys, and welcome to another episode of Swipe Left. Let's not waste any time. It's 12 o'clock. Let's get started. Swipe left. Swipe left. Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Swipe Left. I am your hostess with the mostest. My name is Milan TreZur from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today is June the 8th, 2019. We got a lot of ground to cover today. What we're going to do is what we do every Saturday. We're going to cut through the bull, we're going to sort through the mess, and when we get the facts straight, then we're going to what? We're going to swipe left. All right, guys, first things first, before we go anywhere, we're going to do our thank yous. I have a list of thank yous to some of my folks from TreZur who have actually done very nice things for me this past week. Last week, during the show's premiere, I actually received super chats from Ashley, T. Cooper, L. Long, Natalia Richards sent me a super chat, as well as a little gift box. Natalia is always hooking me up, honey. This is Natalia. This was in my box, honey. The earrings and the choker. Thank you, Miss Natalia. Thank you, darling. And she has me down, honey. She just sees things and says, this is it, girl. This is what's going on. So thank you, Miss Natalia. Girl, I love it. Virgin Love 8 sent super chat. Sean Bradley. Monk Chip 2324. Thank you, baby. I got cash apps from Rayshana. Also from Felicia. I also received a box of goodies from Miss Wendy Bautista. Love you, Miss Wendy. And listen, you guys, again, I say it all the time. Every week I make sure I say thank you so much, but you really don't realize how much stress you take off of me by doing the things that you all do. You didn't have to do it, but you did, and I'm glad you did. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Mwah! Swipe left. Okay, so this week I ran into some very interesting things that I'm going to talk about today. No real bad news. I think the worst piece of news that I have to report, I will actually start with it. And generally, that's usually somebody has passed on or that someone is sick. Nope. But it is a rest in peace to iTunes. I ran into this story. iTunes is going away. I was floored, completely floored to hear this, that due to the popularity of streaming services, folks are not buying music. They are streaming. So people aren't actually buying music. iTunes is throwing in the towel. They're throwing in the towel. The sales just aren't there, and they're not going to bother with it anymore. I'm shocked. I am really shocked. But, yeah. Rest in peace to iTunes, honey. iTunes is going away. I'm shocked. All right. That's it for the bad news. Thank goodness. Swipe left. Okay. Now, here's a little piece that some of you are not going to be real happy with me about, but it just is what it is. One of my favorite shows, yes, American Horror Story. Listen, okay, so there's a good piece here and there's a bad piece here. American Horror Story, The Witches of Coven will definitely be returning, but it will not be in season 9. The show has already been renewed for season 10. So allegedly, season 10, we're going to get to see all the girls from Coven returning. Allegedly. So, we know for a fact that the show's going to be here for season 10. That's a good thing. Allegedly, the witches will be in season 10. Hoping. Can't wait to see them. I can't wait to see more Hocus Pocus on AHS. Cannot wait. So, that's the good and the bad. And here's another little piece of bad. Okay, so we've been worrying about what's going to go on in season 9. And we got one trailer. And you know, before it's all over with, we'll have probably 7 or 8 different trailers. But I don't have to go any further with the trailers because it's been leaked that, yes, it is definitely going to be focusing on 80s slasher films. Count me out. Count me out. I'm telling you now, we're not going to go around and around about it. It is what it is. I don't need 1,500 emails begging me to do it. I'm telling you now, I'm not doing it. I don't like slasher films. I love Ryan Murphy. Love American Horror Story. I don't do slasher films, so there's no need to flood my email. I'm telling you now, I am not doing it. There will be nothing for me to review because I'm not watching. I'm not doing it. Scaredy cat out. Swipe left. Okay, guys. Here, this is good. This is good. I love this. Take a look at this picture. Do you know those people? Do you know those people? If you are anywhere near my age, then you definitely know those people. That is Vanessa of The Cosby Show, Tempest Bledsoe. She's 45 now. Can you believe that? Little Tempest is 45. And that's Ron from A Different World, Daryl M. Bell. How many of you knew that they have been married, happily married, for 22 years? 22 years. I remember, it's so funny because I remember hearing about them dating years and years and years ago. Then I never heard any more. I never heard anything about a wedding or anything like that. But here it is. I ran across this. They have been married and happy for 22 years, and they attribute it to staying out of the public eye. 22 years of marriage. I think it's wonderful. And look at that. Ron, now I'm going to tell you, whenever the show was on, I used to think that Ron just was kind of funny looking and he was a dork. And Tempest was just, she was just Vanessa, and I didn't think she was anything all that great. The two of them, life and time has been very kind. They are both, they look great. Like, I think it's one of those situations where neither one of them are bad looking people. Never were. But it's one of those things, you know, there are some people who just look better as they get older. I think that's definitely the situation for them too. The two of them look great, and they do look happy. Shit, I want to be happy. I want to be happy, honey, and be looking real fabulous, honey, in another 10 years. Yeah. But, you know, I know you all know what I'm talking about, and I'm just going to name a few people. And I'm talking without any type of surgery or anything like that. First, the one that sticks right out of my mind is Cicely Tyson. I love Cicely Tyson. She's a legend. Cicely Tyson is now in her 90s. And Cicely Tyson, to me, when she was a young woman, was not attractive. She was not an attractive young woman, but she's a very attractive older woman. After, it's so weird. And I know Cicely has had no type of augmentation. She just has aged, and she just looks better the older she gets. Some people is just like that. The older they get, the better they look. Nancy Wilson was like that. Nancy Wilson became, literally, she was never a bad looking woman, but she became sexy and regal looking as she went on. And that's two separate things. She's regal looking. She's beautiful, beautiful salt and pepper gray hair. And the more it got white, Nancy started to get sexy in her older ages. I don't know, it's just one of those things. But I definitely got that whole vibe from Vanessa and Ron, Tempest and Daryl. They look great. They do, and I'm just happy for them. So congratulations on you all. And yeah, staying out of the public eye. Now we've seen you going back to your corners, honey. Don't mess up now. Going back to doing what it is that you all were doing. All right, now swipe left. Okay, and speaking of good looks and talent, but we're talking about good looks. Good looks. Let's take a moment to actually celebrate one of our own. Everybody knows, if you're following me on my YouTube channel, I actually call my people Chez TreZur, which is the house of TreZur. Well, I was doing my thing and searching around, and I ran into a piece of information about one of my TreZur members. Well, I actually ran into a picture. A picture is what actually stopped me. Take a look at this picture. Girls, hold on to the bottom of your chairs, honey. Oh, yep. See, I shout him out all the time. His name is Lamone. To you all, it's Lamone Music. That's who he is on YouTube. And Lamone is a singer. I tell you all the time. He can sing. Sing. He is very talented. Lamone has new music that is actually going to be coming out. He doesn't know anything about this, so he's probably somewhere in one of these in the chat, and he'll see this. But yeah, you got to go see him, honey, at I Am Lamone over on Instagram. But he has new music that's going to be coming out really soon. So I just want you all to keep an eye out and an ear out for new music coming from one of our own. He is one of our TreZur family members. I Am Lamone. Lamone Music to you all. Very, very talented singer. Go and check out his Instagram. And girl, look at the pictures. Child, listen, honey. He got something for you, honey. Listen. Listen. Lamone, keep doing what you're doing. Everything's great, baby. Good on the eyes and the ears. All right, you guys, swipe left. Okay, here's a piece of disturbing news. Being as though we're talking about singers, let's continue. SZA. SZA was down at the Sephora shopping for some makeup, probably some Fenty products, you know, some good old Rihanna products down there to the Sephora. And some mess jumped off during her visit. And this is an age-old story, something that happens. Have you ever been anywhere and someone has accused you of something that you're not doing? Have you ever been anywhere and someone is following you around the store as if you're doing something you have no business doing? If that's ever happened to you, then you know what I'm talking about. It leaves you with a feeling that is not like any other feeling that I can actually put into place. It's embarrassing. It makes me angry. And it's really a sign, how dare you? How dare you, when I'm walking around with a purse full of money and you're following me around the store, and the person who is actually shoplifting is probably someone who really looks like you and not like me. Someone who you think is either of a different race than me, or who looks like they have money and I possibly look like I don't have money, but it's the person that's all dressed up who's filling their purse with your products, whereas my purse is filled with money. Well, this is what happened with Sephora and SZA. And SZA was pissed. She was pissed. And she went to her social media. And I believe they didn't really know who she was. But they soon found out. She has tons upon tons of followers on social media. So it didn't take long for it to spread. Okay? What had happened? She ended up getting a message from Rihanna. Rihanna reached out to her because, you know, Rihanna actually has a a little collaborating situation with Sephora for her Fenty makeup line. Rihanna allegedly sent her gift cards, for some products. And not that she actually needed it, but she did, and that was nice of Rihanna. And Sephora actually they issued an apology and all of that. And then the thing that we saw, that Sephora ended up closing nationwide for an hour to do a sensitivity training. Now, I can't really get completely angry with Sephora as a company for this. This was more of a situation that was an employee who actually was out of order. But again, at that time, when it breaks down to these things, that employee is for all intents and purposes, or Sephora at that time. So just not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. It just was ugly. And then the whole thing of them closing down for sensitivity training, that's nice. But it's really, you're trying to save the brand. That's all. You're trying to save the brand and appease the people. But it's, one of those apologies. I didn't like it. I didn't like this. I would love to see what you guys actually have to say. Are you angry with Sephora about this, or are you more angry with the actual employee? I'm feeling like I should really be able to angle it and be upset with the employee, but for some reason there's a part of me that's actually pissed off with Sephora. But I just want to see what you guys actually have to say. I'm feeling as though I should be angry with the employee and not with Sephora as a company. But for some reason, I'm in the middle today. I don't know. Maybe I'll feel better as time goes on. But something in me is making me, I'm being honest. That's what I do. I'm being honest. Something in me is making me be angry with Sephora. And it's kind of falling like, oh, we're going to apologize. Oh, we're going to do this. And this will make it better. It's like one of those things. I think the best thing that actually happened here was, the fact that Rihanna reached out to TreZur. I think that's what saved everything for me. I feel like Rihanna saved it, because Rihanna could have very well just pulled out. Because that happens. We see it with the basketball and football players all the time. They do one little thing and companies don't even ask questions, baby. They pull out and they're like, nope, you're not part of our brand, go away. So, I don't know. I'm interested to see what you guys have to say. I have to check out the comments in the chat and see what you guys are saying. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and swipe left. Okay, let's talk television. Television. All right. First thing, one of our personal favorites. Wendy! Wendy Williams. I hear that Wendy Williams is actually shopping around to find someone to give her interview to. Are you excited about this? I'm kind of excited, but something in me tells me Wendy not going to get up off of all the goods. I want to know all the goods. This has been so messy, this whole thing with the baby and the divorce and the little boy fighting the daddy and all. I'm really interested to see how much is Wendy actually going to tell. But anyway, she's shopping around allegedly for who she's going to give this interview to. And guess what? Gayle King. Yes, Oprah's friend Gayle King. Gayle declined. Gayle declined. She says she doesn't feel like it's right for morning TV. Really, Gayle? I think Gayle just made a mistake. I think you should have called Oprah first. I think you should have called Oprah before you made a decision. I think this is a bad move, Miss Gayle. I think it's a bad move because this is definitely, people are going to watch. People are going to watch the ratings. I think the ratings are going to be through the roof. But I'm more concerned about what is Wendy going to actually tell. I want to know. What are you going to tell us? Girl, you better tell it all. You had better tell it all, Wendy. But knowing Wendy the way we know Wendy, I don't think she is. I don't think she is. But whatever. Listen, I'm going to keep my ear to the ground. And when I hear something, I will definitely let you guys know about what is going on with Wendy, honey, and who's going to get the story. Baby, she didn't call me. I bet I won't tell her no. Hey, Wendy. Girl, I'm available. I'm available, girl. You tell me what you want to tell me, girl. And I don't mind asking you the hard questions, and you know it. You know it. If you've seen any of these swipe lefts, you know I ain't got no problem asking you the hard question. Girl, what's going on with that extra baby, honey? What's going on with your wife-in-law? Is your son planning on punching your husband anytime soon again, honey? You know, I don't have no problem asking hard questions at all. Girl, how long do you think he been cheating? How long have you known? Girl, you ever drove past the mistress's house? Listen, hey, Wendy, I'll make time for you, darling. Yes, I will. I'll holler your name, and I'll make time for you, girl. We'll have a good old time roasting and gagging your husband. Anyway, I'm clowning, but I'm real serious. Girl, I'm available. All right, swipe left. Okay, let's continue with the whole television thing. I got another piece of tea. Real Housewives of Atlanta. I ran across a piece of information. Baby, Apollo is in a halfway house. Yes, baby, Lil Pretty is back on the streets. He's in a halfway house, and there's like questions floating around. Could Apollo actually be coming back to Real Housewives of Atlanta along with his new fiance? What do you guys think? Wouldn't that be interesting? Listen, the show needs something. It definitely needs something. I think it would be interesting. I really do. I think it would be interesting. Then I heard a little bit of rumble. Phaedra. Do you think Phaedra's going to come back? Because you definitely need, if you bring Apollo and his fiance, you need to bring Phaedra, baby. It'll be a whole mess going on. I want to see it. I want to see it. I'll take all three of them. When there was talks about Phaedra coming back to the show, I didn't care anything about seeing Phaedra. But if you bring Apollo and his fiance and Phaedra, baby, I will be sitting with my legs crossed 8 p.m. Bravo down to see what's going on. Now, I did hear, allegedly, that Candy said, baby, you bring any one of the three of them near here, baby, and I'm out of here. Allegedly. That's what I heard, honey. Do you think Candy will actually leave? Do you think that Candy would actually leave? I don't know. And I think it's more Phaedra than anything else. I think if they just brought Apollo and the fiance, I think Candy would probably stay. But I just think that the whole thing of Phaedra, period, will run Candy out the door. But that's a lot of money to say. That's a lot of money. What Candy makes off of Real Housewives of Atlanta, that's a lot of money about a heifer that you ain't got to talk to. Baby, I'll sit there and look at Phaedra and give her dirty looks and say nasty stuff about her in the confessionals, baby, and collect my check. Listen, what do you guys think? Put it down there in the comments, honey. What do you think? Apollo and the fiance, yay or nay? Apollo, the fiance, and Phaedra, yay or nay? Do you think Candy will actually walk away from all that money? Either way. Put it in the comments. All right, swipe left. Okay, now let's talk about gainful employment. How far would you go to get your dream job? What is it that you would do? Is there any amount of money that's too much to spend to vie for your your dream job? How creative would you actually get to try to land the job of your dreams? Well, listen, this woman named Raquel Bailey, her dream job is to work for Tyler Perry. Let me show you what Raquel actually did to try to get Tyler Perry's attention. Yes, you've seen it. Girlfriend put up a whole billboard. Do you know how expensive it is to put up a billboard? And that whole thing, and this is not the first time she's actually done this. This is not the first time she's done this. First time to Tyler Perry, but not the first time that she's actually put herself on a billboard to try to get her name out there. And it ended up being a mess. Tyler Perry seen it, but it didn't go quite the way that she intended. Tyler went the whole complete opposite way. He wasn't flattered. He literally took to his social media and he kind of scolded her and told her that this is not the way to gain my attention. This is kind of creepy. I'm paraphrasing. This is kind of creepy, and said that basically his people have actually gone on to high alert. It made his people go on to high alert because now he's viewing her as cuckoo cuckoo. I said, really? Really, Tyler? I said, okay. So he basically scolded her. And baby, listen, folks on the internet were feeling some kind of way about what Tyler did. They got mad at him and said he didn't embarrass her. And then there was discussion about, well, it basically gave her a lot of clout and it really did push her name out there. So good and bad came out of this. And the last thing I heard, she did tell CNN that she will definitely be sending an audition tape soon to actually go through the process. Because that was what Tyler told her. You need to actually come on and audition like everyone else. Auditioning is free. Doesn't cost you anything. We're always running auditions. You come and audition like everyone else, but don't do this. This is creepy. So now I'm going to tell you how I feel. I felt like he was scolding her. I do feel like he was scolding her, but I don't think that he did it to embarrass her. I don't get that vibe from Tyler at all. Like, I don't get that vibe that he would try to, make her the butt of a joke. I don't get that from Tyler at all. I fuss about Tyler and some things he does, but I have a lot of respect for Tyler. I do. And I don't see him being that malicious at all. And I think that he went about it the way he did was to stop other people from doing. She dropped quite a coin doing that. And I think that his intentions were really good to stop it here. The buck stops here so no one else does it. Because if he would have just let that go, can you imagine the next thing that somebody would do to actually get his attention? So I kind of understand where Tyler was coming from. You all let me know what you think. But I'm not mad at Tyler. I'm not mad at Tyler, and I don't think that he was being malicious. But baby, there was some folks out there that was feeling some kind of way. And obviously, Raquel wasn't feeling some kind of way. She took the advice, and she just took it on the chin, and she's moving forward. I'm actually looking forward to actually seeing her in something at some point. He probably will. He'll probably reach down and get her. straighten her up, honey, polish her up, and put her on something. I'll be looking forward to seeing her. You know, I'll be keeping up with my little Tyler Perry stuff, so I'll be looking out to see her if I see her floating through some have and have-nots, or if Loving You is wrong or something. I'll be taking a look, and I'll let y'all know when I see something. I will let you all know. All right, you all. It's all going on out here in these streets. Swipe left. Okay, listen to this. Let's talk YouTube tea, okay? Last week, I talked to you all about chasing reality. Well, they filmed, the show wrapped. Chasing Atlanta has wrapped. The finale was shown. They filmed the reunion. And baby, I got messages. And all I can actually say, because I got some stuff. I got some, baby, my inbox was popping, but I can't share all that with you. I can't do that. I wish I could, but I can't. I can't share everything that came in my inbox. But I'll tell you this, baby, it was explosive. The children were down to the reunion, windmilling down. They windmilling down. The kids was fighting. And there was a lot of disarray. You know, all the things that make for a great reunion. Now, in regular life, on network like VH1, you remember back in the day with the Bad Girls Club and with the Love and Hip Hops gave, baby, they get to windmilling and we get to see everything. That's in real life now. They edit it all out. We get to see black screens and we hear people shuffling the car. This is YouTube, honey. This is YouTube. So I have faith that you're going to get to see the disarray at its best. Down to the Chasing Atlanta reunion. It will be coming on this Wednesday. And I don't know that the people who do the show will ever actually even see this video. But here's a free plug for you, baby. 7 p.m. Wednesday coming. The reunion is going to show. Baby, listen, when I tell you, you want to see it. If you like disarray and you like the way that reality shows used to have reunions where the folks say all that they want to say and they get the windmill in the cat. Chasing Reality, Chasing Atlanta, reunion, 7 p.m. this coming Wednesday. I'll be down to my YouTube paying attention. Listen, I told you I've not missed one episode since they came out with Chasing Reality. And I'll be right there with my legs crossed to see what in the world is really going on. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. God bless them. Anyway, all right, that's the YouTube tea. Swipe left. Okay, speaking of disarray, let's talk about one of our favorite couples. You got it. B and J. Beyonce and Jay-Z. Well, this kind of blew up on the internet. Beyonce and Jay-Z were at a basketball game between the Toronto Raptors and the Golden State Warriors. And take a look at the clip. Just take a look at the clip. Okay, that woman that you actually see, her name is Nicole Curran, and she is the wife of the owner of the Golden State Warriors, okay? And did you see Beyonce's face? And then she nudged her a little bit, you know, because she literally was leaning over B, talking to Jay, and B kind of scooted up in her chair. Okay. It was one of them moves. But done in Beyonce fashion. It was classy based. Okay. But it was a lot. It was a lot. I mean, just even with no sound and just, it was a lot. It was a lot. I said, she ain't got no type of tact at all. People got very upset. And by people, I mean the Beehive. They got very upset, baby. Very upset. Now, my thing is, I'm not going to go there about, be feeling some type of way like this woman could take Jay. I'm not. I don't think it was that at all. It was just an invasion of space, which is disrespectful. I don't think she's worried about old girl taking Jay from her at all. You know what I mean? I don't think that she even felt that. But it's just an invasion of my space. And like, are you serious? Now, I'd have probably elbowed the broad. But, that's a whole nother story. But the Beehive went left, okay? Let me show you what it is that the Beehive actually threatened to do, and they did. You know how they swarmed down on people. Baby, they were leaving all kinds of threats and everything and bees and whatnot in this woman's social media. Let me show you what they threatened to do to her. Child, I'm making light of the situation. I am. I'm making light of the situation. It really isn't funny. Yes, it is. Child, that clip is funny. Baby, whack, whack, whack. Baby, that's what the Beehive threatened to do to old girl. Hey, listen. Listen. About that one, this is what you'll get. And they meant it. They meant it. Listen, the Beehive, y'all, come on, y'all. They be going too far. Death threats and things like that, that's too far. Now, I heard that allegedly Beyonce, told them to back off and stand down, and they told her to mind her business. I said, now, look, hey, y'all doing too much. But I just had to shed a little light on it and make it fun. But yeah, they went too far. The Beehive went too far this time. Death threats is never cool. Threats, period, is not cool. Beyonce is fine. She's fine. Jay is not going anywhere. Everything's fine. And I think the lady, she got it. She got it, y'all. Stand down. Stand down. Stingers down, you all. Stingers down. It's okay. It's okay. But I just wanted to share that with you all. Listen, it was funny. It was funny to me. But very serious. Threatening is not good. Cyberbullying is a no-no. Stingers down. All right, you guys. Swipe left. Okay, guys. Listen, I'm going to do a very quick fashion moment with Mimi. Take a look at this picture. All right, this is the perfect time. It's Michelle Williams. This was Michelle Williams at the Wearable Art Gala, at Waco's Wearable Art Gala. I was floored when I ran across this, and honestly, I seen all the pictures from the gala, and I was like, okay. It was a Lion King theme. And I just was like, okay, all right. A lot of African inspire. I was just like, yeah, okay, whatever. But when I seen this, I was like, black tulle, black patent leather waist cincher, gold neck cuff, Amazonian ponytail. Baby, it screamed Mother Africa meets high fashion. I was here for it. I was here for it. I'll say this, it probably really stood out to me because, again, it did give me Mother Africa and high fashion. It didn't so much as give me Lion King, but whatever. As far as a look, it's definitely a look that I can appreciate. I was here for it. Michelle, you did that. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Alrighty, that was a small fashion moment with Mimi. Alright, you guys, swipe left. Okay, you guys, last story. This is interesting. This is interesting. And I thought about this. I got very tickled at this at first. And then I thought about it and I said, you know, I don't know. There's that dark side of me. That's the side that laughed. And then there's the other responsible side of me that says, the parent in me, that says, I don't know. But listen, I'm going to run the tape. You all tell me what you think. Okay? Listen, I'm going to visit both places because I can't watch it without laughing. So I'm just telling you now. Anyway, take a look.
Oh, I remember this song. Didn't you like you can have it?
Yes. Yes.
What's she doing today?
No.
Please.
Okay. No. No.
He don't like it, but he ate it. Oh my goodness. Baby, listen. She beat the hell out of that doll. And that baby, I gotta love that baby because that baby is no fool. Do you understand me? No fool. Now, I understand what she was doing, and she was so tickled. I think I got even more tickled at the fact that she was tickled trying for the baby not to see her laughing, but she did get accomplished what she wanted to get accomplished. But was that mean? Was that mean because you scared him? And he was scared. He was frightened. So that's why I say there's the parent part of me that was like, I don't know. Because, I mean, listen, I always say, there's something I say all the time. It's nearly impossible to actually raise a child that doesn't fear you at all. It's impossible. You have to have some fear of your parents that it all works into the whole respect level. That it's, because when you're younger, you're not really stuck on the whole, I want to make sure I please my parents and I want my parents to look at me in the best light. You don't have that going on. When you're younger, you have this thing going on like, oh my God, if I do, she gonna go off. Or, he's going to snap out. That's the thing. There's a slight piece of fear. But I don't ever want my kids to be, like, literally afraid of me. You know what I mean? So that's where I was kind of having mixed emotions. But I understood what she was doing. And overall, the dark side of me did get very tickled. I was really questioning whether or not to actually bring this to you all. Because I said, I know there's going to be some folks that are going to judge me like I care. And there's going to be some folks that just don't like it. And there's going to be some people that really do get tickled. So listen. Underneath this makeup, there is some tough skin. I'm here for whatever it is you all got. Tell me what it is that you think. I ran into this in my travels. It did tickle me, but there is a more responsible parent part of me that is not as dark that kind of worried, like, was that too extreme? Was it too extreme? I'm going to throw it out at you all. Let me know what you all think. You know, we've been very, very interactive this Saturday. So, anyway, let me know what you think. Again, the dark side of me was very, very tickled, and the parent side of me was a little worried. Was that a little bit too far? I don't know. I don't know. Let me know what you all think. All right, you guys, swipe left. Okay, guys, that is it for this week. That is our show. Thank you so much for tuning in. You know I love you guys. Like I said, we've been very interactive today. I am ecstatic. I love spending time with you. It's my favorite day of the week. So, love hanging with you. I hope you're still loving hanging with me. We're going to leave this here. DJ, take me on out of here. All right, you guys. I'll see you next week. See you guys next week.
Feel like
Hey guys, you know what time it is. It's 12 o'clock and I am ready to go. Let's not waste any time. It's time for Swipe Left. Let's get started. Swipe left. Swipe left. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Swipe Left. I am your hostess with the mostest. My name is Milan TreZur. I am from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and listen, what we do here is very, very simple. We do it every weekend, same time. We're going to cut through the bull. We're going to sort through the mess. And when we get the facts straight, we're going to do what? We're going to swipe left. Like I said, very simple. Very simple, very much to the point. Today is June 22nd, and I have a couple of things that I'm going to talk about here. Without further ado, let's get started. First things first, I want to do some thank yous. I have to thank some wonderful people who did some wonderful things for me last week. During last week's premiere of Swipe Left, I have a list of folks who actually did super chats as well as cash apps and PayPals, and I definitely have to go ahead and acknowledge them at this time. Let's go. James Thompson, thank you very much. O State, Louisiana. L Long, Tam Real, Wolverine, Kimberly McCoy, Ms. Blue, Charles H. Dallas, Ms. Marilyn actually did a PayPal, thank you baby, and JH did a Cash App. I thank you guys so much. You didn't have to do it, but I am very, very honored and blessed that you did. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. I will definitely put it to good use. Thank you very much. Mwah! Alrighty, you guys, swipe left. Okay, today's show is really wrapped in pretty much good news. Good news. The things are not too bad. I have one story that is bad, and you know what? Let's go ahead and knock it on out of the way right now. Okay, so how many of you all are familiar with Family Dollar? Which I have no idea why this store is actually called Family Dollar, because I don't really know what inside of the store actually costs $1. I don't know about anywhere else, but here in Pittsburgh, Family Dollar is the store where nothing actually costs $1. But anyway, I say all that to say this. There was a whole, let's see, what word will I use? Debacle. Yeah, I can't think of a better one. Debacle. This actually happened at a Family Dollar in Phoenix. There's a family. Drayvon Ames, Aisha Harper, two young people. They actually have children along with them. They had a 4-year-old. They had another child that was a toddler with them. And also Aisha was 6 months pregnant at the time as well. They go into the store, and unbeknownst to them, there was a baby doll that the 4-year-old has actually carried out of the store that hasn't been paid for. Well, the way the story goes, the police actually followed these people all the way home. And when they go to get out of the car, before they can even get out of the car, this is where the videotape starts to roll, and we see them being apprehended by the police. But it is a complete debacle. I mean pandemonium. It's guns out, people yelling and threatening to shoot. I'll blow your head off. And I mean really, really heavy language, especially with like children, these small children there. So it was a whole mess. It was a whole mess. And I honestly believe it didn't escalate further because of the fact that there were people there that were saying, hey, wait a minute, come on. That's a bit much. And they were actually filming, you know. So it was a mess. It was a whole mess, all about a non-Barbie from the Family Dollar. Now, when they actually pulled Trayvon from the car, he was punched in the back. This was actually in the report. He was punched in the back and he was kicked by the police. Allegedly, there was some non-truths that were actually put inside of the report. And of course, it was a whole upset. Trayvon and Aisha are definitely, they're filing suit against the whole city. They're filing suit against the city. Here, found out that the store manager declined to even press charges. So nobody was charged for shoplifting. Like I said, there were some non-truths in the police report, allegedly, but no shoplifting charges were actually filed. So it's a whole situation at this point. Jay-Z's Rock Nation organization has actually offered legal and emotional support to the family. So I don't think this is going to end anytime soon. It's really a mess. And it was definitely, I saw the video. I think that the police completely overreacted. They completely overreacted, especially with the fact that we have the store manager didn't even file shoplifting charges. So, really? Really? And you followed them all the way home. All the way home. You couldn't stop them in the parking lot. But I guess, you know what? It's probably, everything kind of happens the way it's supposed to. It's probably a good thing that they didn't do it in the parking lot, because we may not have gotten anybody filming. You know what I mean? So, just a mess. Just a mess. That is the worst piece of news that I actually have to report today. I will definitely be keeping my ear and my eyes on this, and I will let you all know what's going on. I'm sure it's not going to just be dropped and let go now that Jay-Z has actually gotten behind it. I think they will get the legal representation that they actually deserve to actually go after the city of Phoenix. Interesting. Interesting. Family Dollar. The store where nothing is a dollar. Anyway, swipe left. Okay, as I said, I have a lot of good news this week, so let's get to it. First out, Janet Mock. Janet Mock has made history this week by becoming the first transgender individual to land a major studio deal ever. And she actually did that with Netflix. I'm sure you all guessed. Netflix is literally becoming the way of the future. Netflix, just a stand-up company. Stand-up company is always something good. When you hear Netflix name involved, they are just good all around. Good pricing, good service. Only person I know who had a problem with them was Monique. But anyway, we're not going to get into that because Lord knows she's been doing good. We don't want her to pop back out and giving, come with me, my loves. We're going to leave her alone. But Janet Mock has definitely made history, and I'm very proud being a member of the LGBTQ community. I am very proud of Janet Mock. She's a smart cookie, though. Very much a smart cookie. You do realize that Janet Mock has a lot to do with Pose. That we all love the Pose series on FX. So, thumbs up to you, Janet Mock. Keep doing your thing. And thumbs up to Netflix for keep on making a difference and rolling us into the future with lots of opportunities. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right, you guys, swipe left. Speaking of Pose on FX, Pose has actually already been renewed for a third season. So, all of you all, listen, I can't tell you how active my DMs were and my live chats on my YouTube channel with people asking me about Pose. I mean, from the time season 1 wrapped, it was, when's Pose coming back? When's Pose coming back? I don't know. People kind of thought that I had an inside track for some reason. And I'm like, I have no idea, you guys. I would love to know myself. But listen, we can keep on doing it, baby, because we are right into season 2. We just finished the episode 2. I am definitely doing reviews. You can find them on my YouTube channel for Pose. It is an excellent show. It has definitely been renewed for season 3, so we're going to be rolling for quite some time, it seems, and I am very happy about it. Like I said, check out my reviews over on my YouTube channel and check out Pose on Tuesdays, 9 p.m. on FX. All right, you guys, swipe left. All right, let me actually speak to you guys about something that I ran across this week. It ran across me, actually. I was in here doing my thing, and it ran across my desk. I said, what the heck is this? And it was an upcoming movie. This movie is actually called Ready or Not. And I started not to even pay any attention. I honestly did. I started to just pass the trailer by. And I am so happy that I actually looked at this trailer. I am so excited. I can't even begin to tell you how excited I am for this movie, Ready or Not. This movie, I don't know any of the actors. So there's no A-list actors or anybody who's standing out that you just have to see. I don't know any of these people, but the storyline and the visual just pulled me right in. I looked at the picture I showed you of the trailer. That caught me, of the girl standing there in the wedding dress. And then it was so dark behind her. I said, what the heck is going on? So that's what made me watch. And listen, this movie is literally rich people problems. You understand? That's what it's all about. Rich folks' problems. This girl, she's a regular schmegular kind of girl, okay? So she, I guess, falls in love with a little rich kid. And he marries her. And the day of the wedding is a very strange family. Very strange, okay? And they get to talk about, oh, this is a tradition. You know, we play a game of hide and seek. I said, what? A game of hide and seek. And you have to go hide and don't let any of us find you. And she's like, are you serious? Are we really getting ready to do this? And they're like, yeah, we are. Ready or not, we are. And it doesn't take very long. I thought they were very strange. Just looking at their body language. I said, something's going on with these people. But you figure out very quickly that it's not a joke to not get found, because they are literally trying to take her out. And you end up finding out that the groom actually knows about it, yet he's not down with it, and he's going to work to try to get her out of the house and keep her hidden until dawn. She has to stay hidden from them until dawn. But as things start to progress, I think they kind of figure out that she's not the prim and proper girl that they thought that they had. She's more of a G.I. Jane, Laura Croft, Jennifer Lopez type, okay? You remember the Enough Jennifer Lopez? She's that kind of girl. So it gets really good, really fast is what it seems like. And I was wrapped into this trailer. I didn't want it to end. I was like, oh my goodness. So I am so on board. This movie is going to be released August the 23rd. And I can tell you, I will be somewhere in a theater near me trying to see Ready or Not. I have to see this movie. This is a must see. It's and you know, I have a dark sense of humor anyway, and it is, you know, you can see there's a whole satire to it. And you know, I have a dark corner that I live in, so I will be right there. Ready or not, August 23rd. Had to come and tell you guys about it. I said, we got to see it. We got to see it, and then we got to discuss it. All right, you guys, swipe left. Okay, another little small piece of tea that I actually ran into, which is about the BET Awards. It's coming up soon, but I did find out Regina Hall is going to be hosting, so that's good because Regina's funny. She's funny, so you know if you don't have a good host, the BET Awards go straight down the toilet when the host is bad. So Regina Hall's hosting, so that's good. We're good there. And I heard DJ Khaled, Mary J. Blige, and Cardi B are performing. So sounds like they're starting off to a pretty good lineup for this BET Awards that's coming up. I'm kind of excited. I haven't been excited about a BET Awards in quite a while. So I don't know, but I'm excited, you guys. All right, you guys, swipe left. Okay, you guys, one of my personal favorites, Philadelphia's own Patti LaBelle. Patti LaBelle is literally having a block in Center City, Philadelphia, is going to be named after her. The celebration will be July the 2nd at 4 p.m. It is at this year's Wawa Welcome America Festival. Broad and Spruce Streets in Philadelphia will be renamed Patti LaBelle Way, just south of City Hall and along the Avenue of the Arts. So I said, okay, come on, Patti. You know, Patti is, what is she, 75 at this point? And always something good going on for Patti. Now, she keeps her name out there in, not just in the entertainment world anymore, you know, because she's always still touring. And it kind of floors me how at this age, in her mid-70s, she's still touring, still doing all these concerts. Now, she don't remember all the words all the time, which I'm like, am I the only one that noticed that Patti don't be remembering the words? But that's the other thing. I don't care. I don't care. She'll actually be here in Pittsburgh in a couple of days. In a couple of days, she's going to be here and she's going to be performing. I don't care. I don't care. And that, you know what? Let me talk about this for a minute. I kind of noticed that some of the older acts, Patti, Frankie Beverly and Maze, these people are Diana Ross, they're out there and they're still doing their thing. I remember Maze was here a few months ago. And it was quite a few months ago, but Maze was here. And I was noticing some of my family members, I kept saying, you know, Maze is coming to town. Child, I want to see them. And they don't sound the same. Well, let me ask you a question. Do you do anything the same as you did 30 years ago? Anything. Anything. And if you need help, I can help you to point out some of the things that you all don't do the same as you did 30 years ago. We can start in the mirror. You don't look like you looked 30 years ago. You all know who you are. Anyway, but I just kind of noticed that, and I just kind of, it always makes me feel a certain kind of way when people, and that's for me nitpicking at this point. It's like nitpicking at people who are literally, they are living legends. Diana Ross, Patti LaBelle, Frankie Beverly and Maze, they are all, at this point, they are living legends. And the fact that they're still out here doing what they do, I don't have a problem with it. I really don't. I really don't. So I just want to take a little poll and see in the comments, what do you guys think about that? Does it bother you when your faves don't sound exactly the way they used to, or they don't perform exactly the way that they used to? Because y'all know I gave Patty the blues about the Aretha Franklin tribute, but it was in fun. You know, it was in fun. First of all, you all know, we all know that there was a little thing with Aretha and Patty. So it was funny that she would be doing a tribute to Aretha anyway. So that was, you know, something that brought on the jokes anyway. And then I said it, and I'll say it again. Patty ain't remember the words to Call Me. And it was, you know, the whole thing. She just did the Patty. She pattied it. I said, my darling. I said, girl, that ain't how the song goes, Patty. So, but again, I loved it. It was funny. It was funny. So it just is what it is. And I noticed on some of her little performances, she don't remember the words to her own stuff. But listen, 70-something. I'm 40-something. Do you know how many things that I don't remember? Quit playing. Me personally, it doesn't bother me. It's a hoot. You know, when little stuff like that happen, you know. My darling, all that, that's funny. That's funny to me, and I'm here for it. I'll pay $80, $90 for a ticket to see it. I don't care nothing about it. But does that bother you all? All right, I want to see what you have to say. And then, congratulations, Patty. Keep doing what you're doing, baby. Her name is always in the news. She's dropping food. She's still singing. She's messing with clothes. She's doing everything that half of the young folks aren't doing. So listen, congratulations, Patty. Keep it up, girl. Even if you don't remember the words, who gives a darn? All right, guys, swipe left. Let's take a moment and hear a word from one of our sponsors. Let me show you a new way of making amazing memories at your next event. With the magic photo mirror from Amaze Interactive Photo Booths. As guests walk up to the mirror, colorful animations and a voice guidance invite them to engage in a magical interactive event experience that comes with a photo keepsake. Everybody loves a photographer at a party. This is that, but on a whole nother level. You don't have to take my word for it. Check it out. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All you party planners, there you have it. Everything you need right here on Swipe Left. All right, guys, let's move on. Let's talk about another superstar who has released a new video and a new song, and I just fell out. You got it. Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj just dropped a video for her new song, Megatron. And listen, you know, Nicki does Nicki. Nicki does her thing. Everything's always dynamic, and I'm a fan. I like Nicki Minaj. But I was shocked because the name of the song was Megatron and I hadn't heard the song. So I wasn't sure what to expect. And that was the best thing when I sat down because I didn't know where we were going. And she shocked me. She shocked me. This is good. It's really good. And I like the little tat-tat, tat-tat, that whole little thing. It has this really good reggae-inspired, sexy feel. And the video is very feminine. She's very feminine and very sexual, naturally, which is, you know, that's Nicki. But she didn't go into, like, all of her really weird colors and all of her bright, bold choices. Everything was really... It was the opposite of what I would expect Megatron to be, because I thought Megatron, when I heard the title Megatron, I thought it was going to be something way over the top. And the way the song is, she could have done it. She could have gone way over the top. But I think it kind of worked with the fact that she went the total opposite way. And everything, I mean everything, her outfit choice, because her outfit choices were really scaled down. Her dancers were more on the Nicki Minaj, you know, the Nicki thing, and she was really scaled down. I kind of like what she did. I wonder if that was really done on purpose. I would love to have a conversation with her to see where her mind was with that. But I loved the hair. Because generally the first thing she goes wild on is her hair. It's either some type of a wild color or it's extremely long or extremely short. It's always a statement with the hair. And this was just given very wet. It was like a wet look. Just a silky, sexy, just so scaled down, so unbothered. And for whatever reason, for me, it just worked. I liked it. So that was Megatron, the video and song from Nicki Minaj. Love to see what you guys think. What did you guys think of Nicki's Megatron video? All right, you guys, swipe left. Okay, let's have... I'm tickled before I even get started on this. Let's have a very petty fashion moment with Mimi. Okay, this all started with me going through my Facebook. I'm in my travels, I'm going through my Facebook, and I ran into a pair of shoes that caught my eye. Take a look. What is that pump about? What is that pump about? Toes on the floor. Toes on the floor. Never a good... I have never understood this look. I don't know how anybody can do this. Like, how can you do this to yourself? Doesn't that hurt? Doesn't that hurt? I mean... Well, I love to be barefoot in the house. Listen, I have a whole shoe thing. I have a shoe fetish. I do. Boy shoes, girl shoes. It's ridiculous around. If you all could go through here, it's ridiculous. The boy shoes, the girl shoes, the boots, the sandals. It's ridiculous. You know, I'm running around trying to be a little Imelda Marcos. But I have a shoe fetish. I love it. I love shoes. But it's the first thing I take off when I walk through the door. They are the first thing I take off when I walk through the door. So I love to walk around in the house barefoot, but I am not walking around barefoot outside. It just doesn't even feel right. It just doesn't flow right outside with no shoes. Yuck. So that's what that whole feel gives me. You're outside with your toes on the floor. On the floor. That just seems like it would be so uncomfortable. And then the shoe is just ugly. Ain't no need for me to even try to beat around the bush. Them are ugly. Those are ugly. And then I said, well, you know what? I kept on going and I ran into something and I said, you know what? This literally looks like, when I seen the shoes And just like I've shown you all just the shoe, and I haven't shown you anything else, I had to show you any of the rest of the outfit. And oh, trust me, that person was dressed up. They were dressed up. Or so they thought they were dressed up. And this hairdo and this look, this whole headshot that I'm getting ready to show you is what I actually pictured I would see if I looked to see those shoes and then panned up. This is the headshot that I think that I would run into. It wasn't. This was a different picture, but this is the headshot that I would definitely think would go with that shoe and them toes on that floor. Take a look. Listen, I told you all. I told you right in this episode, I have a dark humor. You know I do. And this was a petty. That was the key word. Petty. A petty fashion moment with Mimi. We did it. So what? I ain't taking it back. Anyway, alright you guys, I'm just having fun and being petty. Swipe left. Alright you guys, our last story, and it's one of our absolute favorites. I don't think there's, I just don't think that there's ever going to be an episode without this child in it, honey. And, you all know who I'm talking about, child. Wendy! Hey girl, what's going on, honey? What's going on, Miss Wendy? Yes, you guys, Wendy Williams. Wendy is living her best life. You hear me? It is always something. Every week is something with Wendy. Child, she ain't got rid of her husband, and she got her new place. She didn't got her a new little boyfriend, and now she's actually being honored and getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Listen, Miss Wendy is everything is different. Like literally, when I look at Wendy from take 6 months ago. And then it's like, boom, 6 months later, we're here. And this is what it gives for me. That's how I feel. That's how I feel that Wendy feels on the inside right now. I know I've been changed and I am living my best life. She really is. She's getting her Hollywood Walk of Fame star. She is now going to be amongst daytime television folks such as Dr. Phil and Kathy Lee Gifford. And now Wendy gonna be right down there with them on that, with her little star. And then, fabulous. And this year, some of the other folks that are actually being honored are Mahershala Ali, Julia Roberts, Chris Hemsworth, Octavia Spencer, and Pittsburgh's own Billy Porter of Pose. Listen. To be in that company and being honored, oh yeah, you living your best life. You're living your best life. Wendy, girl, don't ever look back. Don't ever look back. I'm so happy for her. I really am. Child, when I seen the little boyfriend, I was really happy for her. I said, girl, yes. Get it, Wendy. Get it, girl. Go, and that's why I say her name like that. Wendy! Because that's the way she living. All right, you guys. Swipe left. All right, you guys. I told you it was a brief show today. Everything good. Fabulous. Fabulous. Except for one little, we had one little snafu, but really good stuff this week. I've enjoyed myself. It's been real. I thank you guys for hanging out with me. Listen, I'll meet you back here next week. Same time, same place. And we'll do it all over again. All right, you guys. DJ, take me on out of here. I'll see you guys next week. Later. See you guys next week. Thanks for hanging out.
And feel like and feel like.
Hello guys and welcome. It is that time again. It's time for Swipe Left. Listen, we got a lot to talk about. So with no further ado, let's get started. Hello, you all, and welcome to another episode of Swipe Left. I am Milan TreZur from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I am your hostess with the mostest. Today is June 29th, 2019. We have a lot of stuff to go ahead and cover. So, without any further ado, what are we going to do? We're going to cut through the bull. We're going to sort through the mess. And when we get the facts straight, then we're going to what? You got it. We're going to swipe left. It is so good to be back with you guys again. Before I get started, I do want to do some thank yous like I always do. I have a few people who actually did some super chats during the last week's premiere, and that was Sheridan Marchand, also ATL Finn. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You didn't have to do it. You didn't have to do it, but I really appreciate the fact that you did. Thank you so much, Queens. Mwah! Thank you so much. Now, let's get down to some of these things that we have to talk about today. I have two pieces of not so good news, so we are going to go ahead and knock those right on out of the way right now. First one is a living legend. You got it. The one and only Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder is actually on dialysis, which I had no idea. I had no idea because he stays working, and if I had never actually read this, I wouldn't know that Stevie was actually going through any type of medical issues. So hats off to Stevie for being very strong. Dialysis really does drain a person. It's very hard situation, but he's on dialysis and dealing with kidney damage. He's waiting on a transplant, so absolutely prayers up for Stevie Wonder. I was really shocked to find that out. Really shocked. Prayers up for Stevie. Swipe left. The second person that I'm actually going to talk about is also a living legend. She is definitely one of our legend girls that we live for. Yes, Tina Turner. Tina has actually been battling some health issues for quite a few weeks here. I've been hearing different things about Tina Turner battling some health issues. So just want to give some prayers out for Tina and her family as well. Definitely hoping that she actually gets better. But I've been hearing about her fighting with some multiple health issues for the last couple of weeks. So I definitely wanted to mention it. And that's really it for the bad news that I have. But yes, definitely Stevie Wonder and Tina Turner, have them in your prayers. Have them in your prayers. They are definitely living legends. And we need them here. We need them here. So you two both get better. Get better. Swipe left. Alrighty, let's move on. One of our favorite shows. There's been so much drama wrapped around this show lately. So much. It's just nothing but drama, drama, drama. But Empire. Empire is actually going to be returning on September the 24th, 2019 for their final season. The show is actually being moved to Tuesday nights at this point. You know what? I don't know that it even really matters. I can't stand it. It's always a bad sign for me when you start seeing television shows and the days that they're on starts to change. This show has always come on a Wednesday on Fox. Now all of a sudden it's coming on Tuesday, and I guess it doesn't matter. It is the final season, so I believe that Lee Daniels and Taraji and Terrence and the whole rest of the crew, they're going to go out with a bang anyway, so I'm not too much worried about it. I just don't like the way that things have actually been handled. I really don't. I've been a huge fan of Empire from the very beginning. Things really did start to go downhill, and I think the last few seasons I even stopped reviewing the show. Things just started to go downhill, and it just seemed like it was just one bad thing after the other. And is the show terrible? No. The show's not terrible. It's definitely still watchable. There are things on television that don't even stack up to Empire, but for whatever reason, it doesn't have that solid kick punch that it had in the beginning, and it just, for whatever reason, just has not been able to hold on. But I really don't like and do not appreciate the treatment that the show or its cast has actually been getting. I really don't. And that's just my 2 cents. Nobody may even care, but that's all right, because this is my show. This is my place where I get to say what I want to say, and I say, I don't like what's going on with my Empire. I don't care for it at all. I really don't. I don't like the treatment that it's gotten at all. It was always controversial. It was always a controversial show. And I think that whenever the powers that be got the chance to kick them in the can, they're taking every opportunity to kick at them. But they're going to go out with a bang, so I ain't too much worried about it. But I definitely did want to give my 2 cents on it. Anyway, have a great season. Starting September the 24th. Empire. I'll be watching. I won't be reviewing, but I will be watching. All right, you guys. Swipe left. All right, let me continue on with one of my favorite television shows. Speaking of drama that hasn't taken place, that will be taking place. You got it. AHS, American Horror Story, 1984. So that is the official title now. It's AHS 1984. I'm saying 90. AHS 1984. Even a child, listen. Even the way that the promo is just bothers me. No, I am not reviewing it. I've said it before. It is etched in stone. It is going to be starting on September the 18th, 10 p.m. on FX. It's the 9th season. And the whole thing is literally wrapped around 1980s slasher films. So that's what the show is going to be about for the 9th season. And Scaredy Cat will not be watching. I do not like slasher films. It's just a pet peeve of mine. I really, really, really don't like slasher films. And I've had questions and DMs of people saying, well, are you at least going to watch the first episode? Why? If I already know, do you think I do all of this for no reason? I do all of this so I can stay ahead. Listen, I cut through the bull. I sort through the mess. I get the facts straight. And then when I get it all together and I decide what I'm going to do with it, I swipe left on it. That's what I do. That's the whole purpose of this. I don't do this so I can be blindsided. I do this so I know what's going on. And that I love you enough to share with you what it is that I found out, so you don't have to dig through the mess. I just lay it out for you. That's why I do this. Ain't no way I'm getting blindsided. What do I need to watch one episode for so I can get scared and bothered? And it's not so much of being scared. It just makes me feel a certain type of way. I don't like feeling that type of way, so what is the purpose? I will definitely still cheerlead, baby. I love Ryan Murphy. I love American Horror Story. I will do all the high kicks and splits that I can take for the show. I will still do my advertisements and my rah-rah siskumba, but I ain't watching. Okay, I am not. I didn't watch Roanoke. I tried because I didn't really know where Roanoke was going to go, but it dealt with some things. Being in the woods makes me feel some kind of way. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not playing around. I'm not going to try an episode or two. Nope. I'm going to cheer you all on. Watch, 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 watch. I'll be over here eating popcorn and waiting on it to go off. So that's just the way it is. But the 9th season does get started on September the 18th at 10 p.m. on FX. And dig this, Emma Roberts is going to be a part of the cast. So that's going to be exciting. She plays the Scream Queen really, really well. So definitely you all can look forward to Emma Roberts being a part of season 9 of American Horror Story. And that is it. That's all I have to report on it right now. You'll hear me talking about it as it goes on, and I'm sure you all won't stop talking to me about it. So definitely enjoy, all of you all. Scaredy Cat is gonna sit this one out. Swipe left. Okay, let me talk about something else that I really, really love that comes on annually, which is the BET Awards. I've watched every BET Awards that there has been since it's been in existence. And I generally do a review, a full review on my YouTube channel for the BET Awards. And this year, I didn't do it. And I've been asked a couple times, what's going on? Where's it? I literally just found the show this year to be a bit lackluster. I don't know. And I'm still trying to figure out, because I know a lot of people were saying they had such a great time and they enjoyed it. I watched a few people's reviews that I generally watch, and they enjoyed it. I don't know what it is, and I haven't figured it out yet, you guys, to be able to tell you why I did not connect with the awards. But I have a few things that I'm going to talk about that I pulled away from the show. So this, it is what it is. It's only fair that I do that for our people. I love you guys. So I have to talk about a few things that stuck out for me in the show. Lizzo. Lizzo is a new artist. I know of her. I don't really know so much about her. I do know that she definitely represents for the big girl. She is very comfortable in her skin. She is a fluffy girl, if you will. Very pretty girl. Very, very entertaining and very talented. And she showed all of that. She showed her comfort level. She was literally in a wedding gown. She basically kind of came out of like a wedding cake. And she was in a wedding gown, and it broke down to an actual, like a bustier, with the panty and the garter. I think it was a whole one piece, but they had the garters, and she had the little, I think they were like tennis shoes. She looked very cute. She looked very, very cute. It was very risque. She played the flute during her performance. She sang, she rapped. She really did well with what it was she did. I thought she was outstanding. She was groovy. She really was. She was groovy. And I think I even enjoyed, more than her, I think I enjoyed watching Rihanna in the audience enjoying her performance more than I enjoyed Lizzo's performance. Rihanna was so here for it. And can I tell you how clean Rihanna was in this black leather? She was so done. So done. And it was so carefree. It was so carefree, but Rihanna has a way. I have always said in the past that Rihanna is a badass coat hanger. There's nothing that she can't pull off. She could have just as well jumped on the back of a motorcycle on her way leaving the awards. She was so clean. I love Rihanna, but like I said, I think I enjoyed her enjoying Lizzo more than I enjoyed Lizzo, but it was a good performance. Fantasia, who I always love. I'm a huge Fantasia fan. I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it at all. And then I was doing my digging and searching, and I found out that Anita Baker actually stuck her head in. You know, she was requested. Fantasia requested her presence during one of her rehearsals for the show. And Anita lent her ear and her eye for the performance, and she okayed everything. And she kind of gave Fantasia some pointers. That's, you know what, that's amazing to me, to be able to pick up a phone and contact the Anita Baker. Girl, come on down here and check out my rehearsal for the awards and tell me what you think. That's a big deal. That is a big deal. Seen her last year in New Orleans. Listen, Anita Baker is still a big deal. Trust it and believe it. So I loved that whole thing. Fantasia looked amazing. She looked amazing. Whatever she's doing, she needs to keep doing it. Whatever she's eating, she needs to keep eating it. Her body, her outfit, she looked amazing. Makeup, hair, everything. On point. Didn't go with the song she was singing. Again, this is where I got confused. The outfit gave me very much... It gave me a free your mind moment. As soon as I seen her, it was like a bodysuit with the train piece attached at the waist, and there was some feathers going on, and it was very, very avant-garde, and it was giving me very, I wear tight clothes and high heel shoes. That's, as soon as I seen her, that's what it was giving. But it was this more, she did this whole true live R&B, smoky, nightclub performance. Very, very Fantasia, and I didn't get it. And then I felt as though, of course, the performance was stellar. The performance was amazing, but wrong for this crowd. I felt like the performance and the song choice was much too mature for this crowd. Much too mature for this crowd. BET Awards is very much a young person's award show. And you need to stay in that vein, I believe. It's truly about what we call a bop. It really is. Unless you're doing, you know, and then there's a piece at a time for a step back to the oldies. But Fantasia, you're not an oldie yet. You're not an oldie yet. So, you know, generally they actually do something like they'll have Maze or Patti LaBelle, or it'll be something, Shaka Khan. It'll be something like that in every BET Awards. But Fanny, you're not that yet. We still, you know, everybody still looks at you like a young, hot piece. You know what I mean? So, though I love what you do, I just didn't feel it was the right choice of performance or song for that event. Though you looked, mama, you looked fantastic. Listen, you can't read it. She was fantastic and the performance was dead on. One more thing that I want to mention. Mary J. Blige, like I said. Now, Mary J. Blige was the old head for the night. And Mary is still fly, and that's all I can say. Everything she did, she was fly. Her vocal performance, I felt as though something happened in the beginning where it seemed like she got off in the beginning and it seemed like she was trailing behind and trying to catch it the whole time. But guess what? I talked about this a little bit. I think this was last week that I talked about when your faves have a performance and the performance is not 100% what it used to be 20 years ago. I don't care. I don't care. It was still Mary. Her presentation was everything. She had Method Man come out. And listen. The song choices that she did, the coat and boots that she had on in the beginning, please, listen. It was very Mary. It was very Mary. She went through all the big hits. The whole You're All I Need to Get By and the You Remind Me and all of that. My life, my life, my life, my life. All of that. she did it all. And she did it in merry fashion. You know, the band broke down dancing and the whole 9 yards. So, though the vocal wasn't the best, who even cares? So, that was like a highlight of the show. That, Lizzo, Fantasia, Cardi B was excellent. And of course, you know, it's Cardi's time. So Cardi is always in a fantastic outfit. The designers love her. So she's designer down from head to toe. And I tell you all the time, you need to watch out for Cardi B. The more we see her, Cardi's stage performance is nothing to be toyed with. Cardi knows how to put on a performance. She really does. Through all her shenanigans and all her carrying on, Cardi knows how to put on a stage performance, and I love her for that. And she showed up and she showed out. And that was pretty much it. But other than that, I couldn't do a full-on review of the show because there was nothing else for me to talk about and I didn't want to get on a video fussing for 20-25 minutes or so. Just wasn't going to do that. So there you have it. See, I love this swipe left situation. I can stick those little things in there when I don't want to put them on the other side. This was perfect for swipe left. That's what went down at the BET Awards. Hey, it is what it is. One miss out of all these years. We'll see them again next year. No problem. All right, you guys, swipe left. Okay, so I might as well knock this out while I'm at it. See, because I was talking about Cardi just a second ago. Let's finish talking about Cardi B. Oh, Cardi. So, Cardi was indicted this week, okay? She's indicted by a grand jury. And this was all about the melee. Do you all remember the melee that she actually was a part of at Angel's New York City strip club? This actually happened early August 29th of 2018. Well, the charges will actually be revealed at the arraignment this coming Tuesday. Okay? Now, Cardi actually rejected a plea deal on this case several months ago. And now it just kind of is what it is. She was actually accused of throwing a glass bottle and booze. The whole situation actually stemmed from, there were two sisters, a Sarah and a Rachel Watley. They are actually, they were tending bar is what they were doing at the club. And allegedly, one of the sisters had actually been carrying on some type of carry-on with Cardi's husband, Offset. And someone from Cardi's team supposedly threw a drink. And then, like I said, Cardi was accused of a bottle and booze being slung. And a melee broke out. Cardi, when you get this taken care of, girl, please don't look back. Just like, take care of it and don't look back. This is what you don't need. This is what you don't need. So yeah, Tuesday, I will keep my ear and my eyes open into the streets, and I'll let you know what they actually come up with, but they will not be revealing what the charges are until Tuesday. All right, you guys, swipe left. All right, you guys, you know what? Let's take a quick moment right here and let's hear from one of our sponsors. Take a look. Let me show you a new way of making amazing memories at your next event. With the magic photo mirror from Amaze Interactive Photo Booths. As guests walk up to the mirror, colorful animations and a voice guidance invite them to engage in a magical interactive event experience that comes with a photo keepsake. Everybody loves a photographer at a party. This is that, but on a whole nother level. You don't have to take my word for it. Check it out. All right, you guys, all you party planners, you know where to come for all the things that you need to really step your party up to the next level. You got all the information you need. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking a look at that. Let's move on. Swipe left. Okay, so again, let's bop back into television, okay? One of the shows that I tend to live for every year. You got it. Real Housewives of Atlanta. More importantly, Nene. Is Nene Leakes trolling us down to the Twitter? Nene, she tweeted this. She sent out a tweet. Now, I'm going to paraphrase for you all. It was a scenario. And the scenario was actually about having your mate speaking with another person who happens to be an employee of yours. And then when you approach him with it, he basically tells you, oh, I just needed someone to talk to, but we never talk about sex and stuff like that. We just talked. I just needed someone to talk to. And then in the tweet, she basically says, I'm asking for a friend. It's not me. I'm asking for a friend. Nene, girl, we know you ain't got no friends. What friends, girl? What friends do you have? Who do you care enough about, Nene Leakes, to actually go out seeking advice for? Girl, we know you ain't got no friends. But anyway, so listen, I'm just asking. You all put it in the comments. Do you all think that Nene is trolling us down to the Twitter? Now, you know they're filming for the upcoming season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Is she trolling us? You know her and Greg been arguing, fussing and fighting. All through his sickness and everything. All through last season. Her and Greg wasn't getting along all that great. Do you believe that Nene has a friend? Or do you believe that Nene is trolling us and trying to pique our interest and make sure that we watch Real Housewives of Atlanta? We're going to watch anyway, Nene. But girl, I feel like, listen, I feel like you're trolling me, Miss Nene. I really do. And again, I'm going to repeat, girl, we know you ain't got no friends, child. Anyway, put it down in the comments if you think that Nene actually has a friend and she's really asking these questions for a friend. Put a 1 in the comments for one old lie. And child, in the words of my good friend Forrest Rocks, I lie, don't care who tell it. Nene, we know you ain't got no friends, girl. Anyway, hit your 1s down there if you believe it, honey. If you believe. Swipe left. Okay, so listen. I think I want to do something here because I'm in a jovial mood. Are you all in a jovial mood? I am. I'm in a jovial mood and I feel like laughing. So, what better way to get a good laugh than we do a petty fashion moment with Mimi? Let's go. All right, you guys. So, we're going to do a petty fashion moment, okay? You know that generally I lean toward the whole clothing situation. You know, I love clothes and shoes and makeup and hair and jewelry and things of that nature. But what else I like? I like cute houses. I like cute home decor. I was out. See. Oh my goodness. You know this is getting ready to go wrong. This is getting ready to go terribly left, okay? I was out. I was out visiting a friend, and the petty in me made me want to share their decor with you because it was very interesting to me. Okay? So, take a look at this couch. Somebody tell me, when is it time to let the couch go? when does it actually come time to say, I think it's time to go to the furniture store, but you're still inviting people over. I don't understand. So, okay, this couch, I've been over to the friend's place a couple times, and I said, whew, still here. Every time I come through, it's the first thing I feel like, it's still here, honey. And it just keeps getting more and more ate up. And it looks like, I'm going to tell you what the couch reminds me of. It reminds me of, remember the candy malted balls? It looks like malted balls, those chocolate balls. Chocolate becomes very crumbly when it stays somewhere too long. This couch reminds me of malted balls that have been in a purse, in a closet, in an attic for 3 years. Yep. That's what it reminds me of. And now dig this. I realized while I was there, shut your mouth and stop being so judgmental. Because this right here, my dear, is all part of a full decor that you just aren't aware of. You're just not aware of it. Take it in, because only in a place with a couch like that could you actually find this. Yes, a space heater. A one-legged space heater where the leg is replaced with none other than VHS tapes. I told you it was ready to go left. And I said it was going to be petty. You all should know me by now. How many episodes of this have we done? You all should know when I say it's going to be petty, baby, it's going to be petty. Wait, I'm not done. I'm not done. I haven't even gotten to the full petty part. You have the space heater that is being supported. See, because one leg is missing, so you got 2 VHS tapes, and I know some of my people are too young to probably even know what a VHS tape is. Listen, Google it. There's VHS tapes, but they don't have a VCR. So they have upgraded the house to where they don't have a VCR. Why do you still have VHS tapes? Well, holding up your space heater. So, okay. I just wanted to share with you all. Listen, this has been a petty fashion moment with Mimi. Chewed up couch, space heater in the living room, being supported by VHS tapes. It don't get no better. See, you can't make this stuff up, I'm telling you. Thanks for watching. Petty fashion moment with Mimi. All right, you guys, swipe left. Okay, you guys. Now, I don't even know how to approach this last story. This is the last story for today. And I had to kick this around for a while. I get a lot, I run into a lot of things throughout the week. I'm sent a lot of things because people love me and I love you back, and they send me things, say, look at this. And I mean, it's all kinds of stuff. And, you know, this was one of those times where I was like, what in the world? And I got this video sent to me. And there was another video that came behind it. Okay, so listen. I am no stranger to a good scandal. Scandal. And what better scandal than one that takes place down to the church? So just think about how I felt when I looked up. And here comes this video. And baby, I see what is... Oh, this is so terrible. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and share it. What is the son, turns out to be the son of the preacher man, down to the church, in the pulpit, hitting one of the parishioners below the Bible belt, if you will. And baby, I was just done. I was done, and I was like frozen in space, like, am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? Yeah. Baby, he was going to town. And I said, okay. And the person who was receiving, the parishioner, is sitting there and he's talking smack. Talking about how he's sitting in the pastor's chair in the pulpit. I'm sitting in your daddy's chair in the pulpit. Now, I immediately got very, very upset because I was like, are you serious? This is what you're doing? Why? What are you, and I'm thinking about the fool that's on his knees carrying on. What are you doing? Like, what are you getting out of this other than embarrassed? This is ridiculous. I mean, absolutely ridiculous. You have nothing to gain from this. And you know, it wasn't a situation where he didn't know he was being videotaped. And then there was a second video as well. A lot of people, I don't think, actually saw the second video, but there was a second video where I guess he was giving him so much fellowship that he had risen up out of the chair and he was standing up and receiving his blessings. And I'm like, this is too much. You're videotaping, and I mean, and there was no mistake about where you were when he's like flashing around with the camera, and you see Jesus on the cross over his shoulder, and I'm hollering at the screen, Jesus, turn your head, turn your head, turn your head. It was the worst. It was the worst. And this fool, who is the son of the preacher man, is grinning and laughing and smiling like he in. You enjoying it? Yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting. And then I just don't know where this is going to go. I don't know exactly all the details of this. It came across, listen, you know what this show is about? This show is all about things that have come across my desk. And this came across my desk. That's why I'm talking about it. It was a mess. And I will definitely be leaving my ear to the street because I want to know. I want to know. I know there were folks who were there were YouTubers and things that were reaching out to want to do interviews with this boy. And I'm saying, interview him saying what? Well, I mean, what are you going to say? What is there to say? And I think I really would like to see an interview because I want to know where your mind was. What did you get out of this? Did you do this to spite your father? Or just what and why? I don't understand the what's and the whys. And then I also saw some folks that were talking about reaching out to him who were from the LGBTQ community to support him because of the backlash that is going to come from the church in his area. So that's very interesting as well. That's very interesting as well. But I was just glad that somebody actually did have that thought process that, yeah, he's going to need somebody to console him, because I can imagine the church is not going to take it too easy on him. Not at all. But at this point, I don't know that I can even really feel sorry for you, because you already know. You know, you already know. You already knew what you were getting into. You weren't tricked. You weren't catfished. You weren't none of these things. You willingly went and did this. I don't know. This is just one of the strangest things that have just come across. What did you think was going to happen? What did you think was going to happen? Didn't you know this was going to get posted? Didn't you know it was going to go viral? Are you kidding me? A mess. Anyway, you all tell me in the comments, did you end up winding up seeing this? Of course you know I don't have a clip that I can actually show of this foolishness. Nor would I. Nor would I. And if you think I'm joking, I'm definitely not joking. It wasn't a joke. I was definitely hollering at the screen for Jesus to turn his head, honey. I was like, are you kidding me? A mess. Hit it in the comments. Tell me what you thought, if you've actually seen this, or if you haven't seen it, just from what I've given you. Tell me what you think. Where do you think this is going to go? Trust me, I will have my ear to the street to be able to tell you what really happens. But y'all let me know what y'all think is going to happen. Let's go. Swipe left. All right, you guys, that is it for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you guys. I will see you back here next week for another episode of Swipe Left. Same time, same place, same bat channel. I'll see you guys then. See you next week. DJ, take me on out of here. Later, guys.
Feel like
See you guys next week.
Feel like
It's definitely about that time again. Thank you all for being here. Listen, why are we wasting time? You know how this works. Let's get started. Swipe left. Swipe left. Hello, you guys, and welcome to another episode of Swipe Left. My name is Milan TreZur. I'm your hostess with the mostest, here to do what we do every Saturday. We're going to cut through the bull, we're going to sort through the mess, and when we get the facts straight, we're going to do what? Swipe left. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate your presence each week. Each week, it gives me the reason to keep showing back up. If you all don't show up, I wouldn't show up. So thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. I want to start this show this week with a list of thank yous. These are some of my beautiful people who are part of TreZur, who have actually done super chats and donations last week. The list goes as follows. There's L Long, It's Just Shay, ATL Finn, Richard Manley, Marilyn Daly Tuitt, D Moore, Virgin Love 8, Mimi 126, Your Sweet Place, Krabby 69 Patty, Taji Chambliss, Tiffany Ray, Jazzy Chaz 85, and Gwendella J. I thank you guys so much. Listen, you didn't have to do it, but I really appreciate the fact that you did. I will make certain that all the donations that you have given to me are put into good use. And thank you so much for supporting me and supporting the channel. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Mwah! Thank you so much. Alrighty, swipe left. Okay, let's get down to this first story. Okay, so one of my little guys that I like a little bit. Yeah, I like him a little bit. Just a little bit. Chrissy. Chris Brown. The talented, the one and only, the dancing sensation, singing sensation, old Chris Brown. Chris Brown, he released a song not long ago, and it's actually called Need a Stack. In the song, Chris has a lyric that it rubbed Tokyo Vanity the wrong way. Okay? The lyric goes a little like this. It says, I only want to F the black bitches with the nice hair. Oh, Chris. Okay, so the lyric itself, yes, it's problematic. There's no way to really get around it. It is problematic. It has it's not even a hint. It has a whole sprinkle of colorism laid on top of it. There's really no way to get around it. Chrissy, I can't save you on this one. You done messed up. That lyric is bad. It's a bad lyric, okay? And it rubbed Tokyo Vanity the wrong way. And then she attacked him, and they got to going back and forth on Twitter. Shot him Twitter fingers. And then the fans got involved. Chris is having problems back and forth with the fans. And then he has some colorful things to say back and forth. He's telling people that they're being too sensitive and this, that, thing, and the other. And then there's been a whole argument of whether or not he's wrong because that's his preference. You know, his preference is a lighter-skinned woman with... a lighter-skinned black woman with nice hair. Child, listen. These are things that exist. We're never going to get around them, it seems. So we just have to learn a way to deal with it. But all of this back and forth with him and Tokyo Vanity, and then Tokyo Vanity actually brought in this whole situation where she accused Chris of actually wanting no dark-skinned girls in his part of the club. It was a whole thing that she said, you know, some of her friends, it supposedly happened to some of her friends. The dark-skinned ones couldn't get into the club, into the VIP area, and all of this kind of carrying on. No, it's not a good look for Chris. Not at all. It's not a good look for him at all. And Chris, at this point, you need to shut up. You need to shut up. It is what it is. You did the bad lyric. You did the bad lyric, okay? So, you've offended the fans. You need to come on out and make some type of apology. You all know how this works. Get on out here and make some type of apology to these folks to stop this argument, stop fighting, because this is a fight that you can't win. You can't win. And it just is what it is. It's show business. You can't win with the fans. Period. You're not going to win. They hold the purse. You're not going to win with the fans. Go on and make an apology and tell them something, Chris, because you're wrong. You're wrong. And that lyric is bad. It really is bad. It's a bad lyric. And Tokyo, chill out. Chill out. Go find something to do. Go find something to do. I need you to find something to do. You don't have nothing out. I don't know if I don't think there's no buzz around any music or whatever that you actually have out right now. So I'm gonna need you to go sit down. And you know, it is what it is. No, you're not. You're not wrong for how you feel, but girl, every time I look up, I'm never mentioning your name about anything good. I'm always mentioning your name about some type of an argument that you're having or some type of a fight that you're having, and it generally has something to do with those Twitter fingers of yours. I'm going to need you to concentrate on your craft and getting some music out here, and then maybe somebody will pick an argument with you. Stop picking an argument with Chris. A mess. But Chris, you need to get out here and apologize to your fans and stop trying to argue with them. You cannot win that argument, Chris. Leave it alone. You're wrong. Leave it alone. Anyway, that's all I have to say about the situation. He wrong. He's wrong. Flat out. Alright, you guys. Swipe left. Okay, I have two stories here that I'm actually going to cover. Both of these stories actually involve people who have really no home training. None. No home training at all. First one. Have you all heard of the cucumber challenge? Yes, it's all about a cucumber, and no, it's not good. It's not a challenge on who can make the best salad, honey. It's a challenge about who's tossing the best salad, if you will. But there was a girl who did a video, and she was showing her oral prowess, honey, on a cucumber. She was showing her skill set. Okay? No home training. None. And it's like, okay, cool. It really, and you know what? And I'm not going to say that all of that is bad, because there's a place for that type of behavior. There's a place for it. Now, it's not on regular Twitter or, well, I don't know, because Twitter's a little questionable sometimes, but it is what it is. It's a little bit adult. The problem came in when other girls they turned into this challenge, and they started doing this whole, the challenge was actually put out by a rapper, okay? The girls started going on and doing it, and they were going into grocery stores and giving service to the cucumbers and then putting them back down there for other people to buy. If you don't get your ass somewhere and sit down, trifling. No kind of home training. Trifling. Listen to me good. Whatever you put on the internet never goes away. Do you understand that? It never goes away, and I mean never. I don't care if you erase it. I don't care if you take the video down. I don't care if all your friends take the video down. You better believe somebody got it. Somebody got a copy, and it will forever be somewhere. And things have a nasty little way of resurfacing at the bad time. Soon as your big break comes, baby, here we go. Here's a video of you giving service to a cucumber, though you've never worked at a salad bar. Are you kidding? Think a little more of yourself. Think a little more of yourself than to just do this. I mean, and again, if this is what you do as a profession and it's something that you're doing, and put it into the right place, and then you don't have a problem with it. But all of this in the grocery store, See, that's when you just take it and you're going somewhere else with it. And who do you think wants to buy cucumbers that you done serviced? And then I come behind you and I take it home, and I'm trying to, even if I wash it off, just the thought that you've already serviced it. And now I got a twice used cucumber in my side. Girl, if you don't go sit down, go sit down. Like I said, no home training. And think it is cute. Some people take solace in all the wrong things. Think about it, people. And remember this, whatever you put on the internet, it never goes away. Swipe left. Okay, and like I told you, I had two stories. So there's another story of folks putting their tongues places they have no business. This one took place at a Walmart in Lufkin, Texas. There's this little girl who's running around, teenage girl. She's running around, she thinks it's real cute to go up into the Walmart and take the top off of the ice cream and lick the ice cream and put it back in the freezer. Now that's cute to her. And she's running around and she got some fool with her, following her, and they're filming, and they kiki and ha-ha and running and leaving that mess in the store. So somewhere in your no training, you have figured out that people want ice cream that you done already licked on, though you weren't invited to the birthday party. But they want that ice cream that you done licked on. Guess again. You have no home training and you're trifling. Absolutely trifling. But see, this didn't just go away. It happened to be Bluebell ice cream, okay, that actually this got done to. And then they put it up on the internet and the video went viral. Well, Bluebell didn't appreciate it at all. And this is when going viral goes wrong. Baby, Bluebell went out on search, honey, and figured it out, got it all the way down, got the surveillance and everything for that specific Walmart, because they took them about 3 Walmarts in 3 different parts of Texas to actually figure out where it was, but they tracked it down, baby. Put their money where their mouth was, tracked it down, got the surveillance video, and they're coming for you, sis. They're coming for you. It's been on the news and everything. So it won't be long. I'll be having an update on this story because they're coming for her stinking nasty ice cream licking behind. So you're not going to get away as easily as the people with the cucumbers, baby. Just so you know, Bluebell is coming for you, sis. Now, next time when you decide to do something trifling with some ice cream, I'm sure you'll give it a second thought. Because I don't think you're just going to walk away scot-free with this one. Bluebell didn't care for it. They didn't care for what you were doing with their business and making their name bad down to the Walmart. But just trifle. I mean, I don't get it. What was the mind frame when you woke up and said, you know what, we're going to roll on out to the Walmart, we're going to lick some ice cream and put it on back in it. Just ridiculous. And I know when you're young, you do stupid things, but come on. Stupid things is one thing. Just flat out trifling, that's a whole nother situation. This is trifling. Both of these two little things, just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, I'm done with it. Just know, Bluebell's on your track, girlfriend, and they're coming for you, sis. All right, swipe left. All right, you guys, can we talk television a little bit? You know, we always do. I love television, and I love television shows. It's what I do on my YouTube channel. Check out my YouTube channel. Television shows is where I live and breathe, okay? I do a lot of reviews. One of my favorite shows that is on the air right now is Pose on FX. Absolutely love this show. So everybody knows who watches any of my reviews, everybody knows that I love Poppy. There is a character named Poppy, and Poppy is played by Angel Bismarck Curiel. And he is just the cat's meow. Well, I had actually heard this rumor anyway. I had heard this a while ago, but it's pretty much been confirmed that Poppy is actually dating, not Poppy, listen, Angel. Angel is actually dating producer, writer, director extraordinaire of the show Pose, Janet Mock. The most beautiful, the most gorgeous, the most talented Janet Mock. They are actually dating. So that's just a piece of tea to go along with our journey of the show Pose. Baby, Miss Janet Mock done yanked and snatched my man. Okay. No, all jokes aside, I had heard this a while ago, and it's so funny that it actually kind of hit the news this past week, and I can't even tell you how many DMs I have gotten. People's like, oh, Janet Mock got you, man. So it's funny. It was funny. I've kind of known about it, or I had heard about it, that it was allegedly going on. But they are, just look out, they are the cutest couple. They really, really are. They look so good together. Congratulations, Janet. You got me this time, girl. What in the heifer that took and snatched my damn man, honey. You win this time, Janet. If you guys are not watching, check out Pose on FX on Tuesdays. It's good. It is excellent. It is definitely, I can safely say it's my favorite show that's actually running at this present time. I absolutely love Pose. If you're not watching, you are missing out. And we're into season 2. Season 1, you can actually see season 1 on some of your streaming services too. So you can actually get caught up and get up to where we are on Pose. And I actually have done reviews on every episode since it came on. So check my YouTube channel for that. All right, you guys, swipe left. Damn Janet. All right, the next television show that I want to talk about, I thought all hope was gone and it was dead and it was a moot point and it was over and done with. Star. Now, you all know that I loved Star. Star and Empire. Loved them. 2 Lee Daniels shows that were on Fox. I was in love with these 2 shows. Now, Star is done. Star's been pulled. It's been canceled. But never to worry. Lee Daniels put out a lovely video over on his Instagram, and he let us know that he is not going to just leave us hanging. He is going to do a television movie that will finish out Star and wrap it up and put a lovely Lee Daniels bow onto the whole story. So thank you so much for, you know what, I love Lee Daniels. That Lee Daniels never lets me all the way down. He just does not. I love Lee Daniels. So definitely be keeping an eye out. I will be telling you, just don't worry. Just keep watching me. Keep watching Swipe Left and I'll let you know when it goes down, baby. I'll be on it. I'll be on it. We're going to get a finish, a complete finish to Star. So I'm excited about that. Thank you so much, Lee Daniels. Love you, baby. Mwah! All right, you guys, swipe left. Let's talk about handing the baton to the right person. It doesn't always happen. Sometimes things have to end and the baton doesn't get handed to the right person, and then it really screws up the legacy, if you know what I'm talking about. I'm sure we've all seen that happen in a restaurant business or a television show or somewhere within life. We've seen that the baton got handed to the wrong fool and they screwed up what was going on. Well, this is not going to be one of those times. Coming this December, we will actually be at 25 years for the Tom Joyner Morning Show. 25 years. Tom Joyner is that dude. For some of my younger people, if you don't know who Tom Joyner is, baby, I'm going to tell you to click off. I'm giving you permission to click off of me. And you must come back and finish. But I'll give you permission to click off and go and Google Tom Joyner. You need to know who he is. Tom Joyner is one of the most popular syndication hosts of a morning radio show that there ever is and ever was. Okay, so Tom Joyner in December, 25 years for the show. But Tom is actually going to be retiring. He's going to be retiring. And in January of 2020, the baton is going to be handed off. And I can't think of a better person, Ricky Smiley. Good move and well played. I said, okay, because if I really had sat down and didn't get the story as a whole and had to think about who would take over the Tom Joyner show, I don't know. I think I would have just been at a loss. Because though I love Steve Harvey and what he does, Steve Harvey is not Tom Joyner. You understand? Steve Harvey does his thing. But I think that Ricky Smiley is going to be a perfect baton pass. I really do. And Ricky is bringing Eva Marcille with him, and he's also bringing Gary with the T with him. So I'm here for this. I think this was well played, well planned. I'm here for this one. I am definitely here. I'm definitely on board for this. So congratulations, Ricky, and congratulations, Mr. Joyner, on all of that work paying off, and you're going to be able to go ahead and retire and enjoy it. He's still a young man. He got his whole life ahead of him. So I am here for that. He's in good health as far as I know. So that's saying something, that you actually get the chance to actually pass the baton and then go on with your life and enjoy yourself and then watch all the fruits of your labor going on. So I'm here for that. That made me very, very happy. So we'll be looking out for that. Congratulations, Ricky Smiley. And congratulations, Tom Joyner. All right, you guys. Swipe left. Okay. So let me talk about a little situation that I'm kind of perplexed and I'm a little confused about. All right, so Disney is really going in as far as bringing these cartoons, these hugely successful cartoons to life and making them into feature films and really ramping things up and moving them into a more bringing it into to real production as opposed to being a cartoon. And like we got the whole Lion King thing, and that's coming. Everybody's so excited. Well, the next thing that's coming is The Little Mermaid. And there was a casting done for Ariel. And it was Halle Bailey. Yes, Halle of Chloe and Halle, the two sisters that actually sing, that Beyonce put her hand on, and they're extremely talented, extremely beautiful little girls. And they're not little girls anymore. They're young women. They're extremely beautiful young women. But she has been cast to, Halle, which is the younger one, she's been cast to play Ariel. Now, listen, that's a good thing. That's excellent. This is where I got really confused. My people are having this big, huge issue about this black woman being cast to play Ariel, the Little Mermaid. What did I miss? What did I miss? I mean, it's a whole issue. Folks are just having a fit. And then I didn't get really shocked at first because I said, I figured some people would actually have an issue. Some ignorant people would have an issue about the whole thing of Halle being cast to play Ariel. But not for one moment did I actually believe that it was going to be my people who actually had the issue. Are you kidding me? I don't understand. So I'm going to give you all a chance to go in those comments and tell me, do you have a problem with it? And what is your problem? I don't see it. And nothing that I'm hearing is valid. I think this is the most foolish thing that I have ever heard. The character is a fiction character. And she's a cartoon. She's a cartoon. The artist could have picked up a pencil and made her any color. She could have been blue. She could have been purple. She could have been white. She could have been black. She could have been Asian. She could have been anything. What is the problem, people? What is the problem? Why do we make a problem when there doesn't have to be a problem? We have 9 million things that we can be arguing about. Whether or not the mermaid is going to be a black woman or a white woman is definitely not on my list of things that are important to be fussing about. I just think this is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I don't feel as though Disney did us some big service by casting a black woman, and I don't feel like they did us a disservice by casting a black woman. It is what it is. Pull out this whole little thing. Pull out her resume. She is completely qualified to do it. Completely qualified. She can act, she can sing, she can sing. God knows she can sing. She's a beautiful little thing. What is the issue? I don't get it. I don't get it. And people need to stop. You all need to stop. Get somewhere and sit down. Figure out something to do. This is not it. It is a cartoon character, people. It's a cartoon. It's a cartoon. I mean, as far, I've even heard arguments as far as, well, why couldn't Disney just write us our own? Write your own what? The whole point was bringing to life something that was already huge. That was the job. This wasn't the time to create a new black mermaid. Nobody was out to create a black mermaid. Or a mermaid, like, who cared? It didn't have anything to do with race. It literally had to do with The Little Mermaid, the story. So I don't feel as though anybody gave us a handout by making her black, and I don't feel as though anybody played us to the left by making her black. Child, listen, y'all better go on somewhere. This, I think, is the thing that kind of irritated me maybe most this week. This thing really irritated me this week. It really, really did. And I'm getting irritated now, so I'm leaving it alone. Listen, congratulations, Haley. She's playing The Little Mermaid, period. And it's a good thing. As far as I'm concerned, it's a good thing. I think it's beautiful. All right, you guys. We'll see what you all have to say in the comments. All right, swipe left. All right, so now here's something that I came across that I found kind of funny. This is, I was just in my travels and I seen this news anchor and she was doing her job. You understand me? She's doing her job and she was having no parts of anybody interrupting her. You understand me? Take a look at this clip.
To the height of the rush hour commute, and there's going to be lots more confusion until this whole thing is wrapped up.
Baby, she did not break character at all, baby, and gave him, don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to yourself. I said, okay, you know what? I would love to sit down and have a cup of coffee with her just to be able to figure out her aesthetic of who she is as a person. Because, baby, that was good. That was good, and it was so spot on. And it wasn't overly rude, but it was very much, don't try me here. I got my whole entire life. I thought that was hilarious. Don't try. Go ahead here. I said it. I told you. Go on. I fell out. Anyway, that struck me funny, you guys. All right, swipe left. All right, you guys. Listen, it's time. It is time. I feel like doing a petty fashion moment with Mimi. Oh yeah. So, this week we're going to do two things, okay? We're going to do two of my favorite things. We're going to talk hair and shoes. Okay? Let's do hair first. Take a look at this photo. Listen, when I was in hair school, one of the first things you learned how to do was to tease hair. Some people take their training way too seriously. Look at this photo. Baby, who took grandma and teased her up like that? Baby, they were teasing, backcombing, and spraying grandma down. You hear me? Someone took their training way too serious. I mean, they had her boofed, floofed, and doofed, baby. I said, if you don't get on out of here. Listen, the hairdresser was definitely petty. Completely petty. And if she asked for that, She petty too. Anyway, okay, let's move on to this shoe, baby. It's a shoe I ran into. Y'all know I love shoes. I run around and I really think that I'm like trying to be the next I'm trying to be just a baby Imelda Marcos, okay? I love shoes. Can't stop buying them. It's a sickness, I'm telling you, it really is. But I ran into, this one threw me. I don't even know whether the shoe is the issue or is it the foot that's the issue. Let's figure it out. Take a look at this photo. So let's do this. Let's do this. We're going to take a vote on it. Which do you all believe is the issue? Is the issue, my good people, the shoe? If the issue is the shoe, type in a 1. If the issue is the foot, type in a 2. Because I can't figure it out, so I got to turn this one over to y'all. I love y'all to death, and y'all know I'm qualified. But I don't know. Baby. I don't know. And listen, y'all put it down, and like I said, a 1 or a 2. I'll be checking it out in the comments. All right, you guys, this has been another petty fashion moment with Mimi. Swipe left. All right, you guys. Last story that I'm going to cover. I am actually going to talk about this. This is on the very last day of Pride. Okay? Which was June. You know, June month is Pride month. On the very last day, we have a new, well, he's new and different in general. He is a rapper / country artist. So this is new. And he lets you know that he was even more new and more different than you thought. Lil Nas X. He actually came out of the closet and revealed to his fans over his Twitter that he's gay. So he is a black, gay, country rap artist. Very individual, very interesting, very talented. He just happens to have one of the hugest songs that is a huge hit, Old Town Road, with Billy Ray Cyrus, that is completely breaking records right now. He is doing real well, okay? So, listen here. This is my thing. He's 20 years old. He came out over Twitter. Last day of Pride. Okay, oh, that's great. A couple questions came out. And I have them as well as some other people. Does he now have to be a gay role model? Is he thrust into being this new role model for the LGBTQ? Now, I'm going to give my opinion. My opinion is, first of all, the fact that you are a celebrity. You're a celebrity and you are admittedly part of the LGBTQ community. You automatically become, you're kind of thrust into this role model situation because you have to carry yourself, you don't have to do anything, but you're expected to carry yourself in a good light. Okay? It's pretty much all eyes on you. But is that fair? Because one, he's not, I don't get that from him. Like he's comfortable. And I think that he should be allowed to be just that. Just be comfortable and act decent and do what it is that he's been doing, because this is what he's been doing. He's been acting decent. He's been doing what he's doing. He's been living his life. And I don't feel as though he owes anything extra at this point to the LGBTQ. Just keep doing you, baby. Just keep doing what you're doing and represent yourself in the best way that you can. And I feel like you gave us all that you needed to give us. That's it. You don't owe anything else. Now, I don't believe, and I think it's more of a thing, like people are going to start to expect him to start being an activist, and they were talking about, now does he have to start showing up to different LGBTQ events? I'm not feeling all that. I'm not feeling all that. If he is in a space where that's what he wants to do, then I think by all means I'm all for it. But should he be forced to do it? No. No, he should not. That young man should be able to live and just be cool. He's going to have enough to deal with, trust me. He's going to have enough to deal with as it goes anyway. But I thought, which was so great, Billy Ray Cyrus is definitely still behind him in support. Miley Cyrus jumped straight into the support seat. You know, so, because, I seen him in an interview and he was talking about, some of the hate has already started. Some of the haters have already started their mess, but he's handling it very, very well. So I think he has enough to deal with. Me personally, I don't think that he needs to be thrust into activism and oh, you got to be at this event and that event and you have to be the poster child. He is now not the poster child for LGBTQ. I just don't feel that way. You all let me know in the comments what you think. I think the young man should be able to be just that. He's a 20-year-old young man, and if he decides to step his activism chops up, then by all means. But no, I don't think he should be forced to do that. And I don't think that anybody should be expecting him to do anything like that. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm not going to stretch this out any further on here. I'm going to do another video on this because I have more things that I want to actually go into about this situation, and it would be too long for Swipe Left. So I'm going to do a separate video about Lil Nas X. So keep your eyes open for that. But definitely, I want to know what you guys think about this little situation. Just that little piece. And then when I do my other video, we'll talk about some of the other pieces. Do you think that he should be thrust into being the poster child for LGBTQ at this point? Or should he be able to just live his truth and be cool? All right, guys. Swipe left.
feel like